Hi.
Damn. StreamYard letting the good tunes out. I was firing one up and letting it
Let me
hang.
see it.
Oh boy. We got somebody in control tonight here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So it's going to be crazy with music the whole time. Limpy can't shut off on me. And woo. All right. So what is everyone smoking on? They're getting right here.
I am smoking on some. I had Chuck come by this weekend because we went to the streets this past weekend. Shout out to Lonnie for winning. I am smoking on Watermelon Rush, Cloud 9 pre-roll. And this says it is 26.9%.
We are Seed Junkie Sour Shots. And it is 29%. See, geniuses think alike. I didn't buy that though, so
I'm trying to figure out how I get rid of this. I can't see the fucking comment over here because it says share your referral link. How do I get rid of that?
Oh, I see that too. There's a share your referral link at the bottom of this thing. I don't know what it means. It says new to streaming or looking to level up, check out StreamYard and get $10 discount.
I mean, I've had StreamYard for at least 3 years now. 3 or 4 years.
They're already trying to use us for advertising it. Well, tonight
I don't know why they're going to use us. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah.
We're just some stoners that fucking talk shit.
So tonight we have Alex Chud and J.P. I'm just going to say J.P. because I'll butcher that last name like everyone's I ever try to pronounce.
Dude, them pictures you sent me were golden.
I know. It's so good finding somebody's goofy pictures. You know how I always have to do it is I have to go into the tagged photos. Like no one posts a lot of them themselves usually, so I got to go into like a tagged one to find. And I really could have dug on JP because those dudes used to be the king of the meme wars. Like before everyone was even doing it, just like pasting faces on goofy shit. Those dudes are hardcore. Like I actually ended up in a battle with them last year. Remember I did that picture when I stole the TRS towels at War in the Woods? And so I had that picture out there. That was mistake one. And then I JP races with Bad Boy Racing, and they're an amazing group of guys, and I love every one of them. But of course, when the P. Diddy shit happened, I had to make like a little meme of my own, getting them. And then they totally got me back by using that photo and putting me up there with a glazed up fucking P. Diddy and who's the dude he always calls daddy? I like how you make that money. Who's his number one dude? Starts with an M or something. No, yeah, Mace was the dude that he really fucked up, and now he's like a pastor. Bro, who is P. Diddy's like right-hand man that said all that shit? Someone in the comments. Who is that dude? Meek Mill.
There you go, Meek Mill.
Your hood pass is revoked, dog. You're done.
Oh, done. Shit.
Went from selling guns all the way through middle school and high school to now not even being a gangster, dog. Yeah, game over, man.
I can't see how the fucking.
So, all right. I'm not making them wait any longer. Here is Alex Chud and JP with AlloyWerx.
What up, guys? Going good.
What's happening?
Not too much. Not too much.
I didn't know we were officially smoking on here.
Oh, we do. It's half a weed show, so
I'm fucking high as a motherfucker right now. What the fuck y'all talking about?
Yeah, after you guys are done, we bring on the Seed Cellar and pretty much talk about weed for a couple hours.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Didn't know all that.
Yeah, we obviously do weird stuff. So give these guys a little bit of an introduction, you know, on both of yourselves and AlloyWerx and what we're trying to bring.
I'll let Alex go first there.
Yeah. My name's Alex Chud. I am the founder, starter of AlloyWerx. It kind of just started out as a necessity. I have a gray single cab short bed F-150 that was 2-wheel drive, swapped it to 4-wheel, turbo 400, built motor, standalone, the whole shebang. And it kind of just happened in a series of events. And parts didn't exist yet. And I just started making parts that I needed that weren't available on the market, and then slowly got into other items like coil brackets, crank cam sensors, intake manifolds, all that fun stuff.
Oh shit! Yeah. I'm JP. For those who don't know, Black Jesus. I've been in this racing game a long time, and basically just Alex and me, how we linked up was a couple years ago. I got an intake from him, and I was like, "Hey, what's up with these things?" And he's like, "Not really too much." And I'm like, "Let's make it happen." So we ended up teaming together on this, and now here we are. Now we got the Coyotes, the Gen 3 Hemi intakes, the LS and the LT stuff is pretty much a few weeks away from being done. So just trying to make cool parts, you know. Motion Raceworks makes some great stuff. You know, there's a lot of good companies, you know, from real racers, you know, so
American made.
You know, and I have it on my Jeep, you know, the intake, and we probably got like 10 out there, you know, on the streets rolling around and at the track, you know. So it's a good feeling seeing them out, you know, and actually performing well too. So, and everything Alex, I mean, designs or engineers and comes up with is just, I mean, you give this guy an idea and 3.5 hours later, it's already done, ready to rock and roll. And it's like, dude, did you even like brush your teeth or like go to the bathroom yet? You just woke up, you know? So it's like,
now this weekend, we talked a lot about some stuff. I don't want to give it away. And like literally the next night, he sent me a CAD drawing already of all of it. It was like, don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
And I thought, damn, you must have just went right home and started designing. I was like, holy shit.
We were talking about something this morning. I was at Diamond Shop working. What time was that? 9:30?
Yeah, 9:30.
An hour and a half later, not even an hour and a half later, woke up ready to rock and roll for the LS stuff. And I'm like, dude, did you get a coffee yet? You know, like
couple coffees.
So if there's really no limit over here. It's just, you know, getting started and getting, you know, the format of how stuff really works. So, which is where we are right now. This is what we do, racing, you know. So, and now we need to get you an intake on there, Jasper.
We're working on it. I definitely want one, man. They're sweet. I believe that's what the Hemi one right there is. That the Coyote?
Coyote one.
Yep, Coyote. You're right.
Coyote. There's it on a Coyote.
Yep.
The
which was really awesome.
Was Gen 1.
You got that purple picture, Jasper?
I do.
So if you look at that one closely, that's like the one on my Jeep. That's an air to water.
See, yeah, you have an option, don't you, to stack in between?
Yep. So you know, there's two different ways. You can either use an ice tank or there's a really good chiller system out that uses, you know, you can use your AC. And that's what I use on my Jeep, and my temperatures will get down into teens on a hot day, you know. So
all right. You need to get with Corley on that. Hey, he's the Mopar guy up north. Where he's heard of that stuff.
Yeah, we should. I'll send a message to him tonight when we're done. Or someone tag him in the comments. But yeah, I think that's there with your Jeep, correct?
Yep. That was over the weekend.
All polished
up.
Yeah, it's a sweet piece. Like, I think I got a picture of it black. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
There's with an intercooler on it too, correct?
Yeah, that's the yeah.
I think Limpy flagged this race right here. This was in St. Louis, right? When Corey had Black Jesus down there?
Oh no, that was No, maybe that was.
St. Louis. I remember St. Louis. That was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a long time ago.
2000, maybe 18, 2019-ish, I believe.
Nah, I think my time was before that.
It could have been. It's been a long time.
What year are we in now? Yeah.
2025.
Yeah.
Feel like it.
Did when you went down, did you flag the first Cletus all-wheel drive race?
Second one.
The second one.
Were you down there?
They did like Ann Lambos and everything. First one, I think.
Right. So he was down there with.
I think that race was Toby. That was actually in Kansas or Missouri.
No, you're right. You're right. That was in Kansas.
And rest in peace to Toby.
Yep.
Hey, y'all were out there. Remember where we met? Sorry to deter this. I'm fucking high right now, but it made me think about this shit. Where we were over there by that, whatever that, I don't know if it's military base or something over there, and we were trying to make their somebody's shop or something like that, and all them, I don't know, they were fucking what the fuck they were. They come out and they're like their hazmat suits and shit on that road. Was y'all still there, or did y'all leave before that?
No, I wasn't there for that. No.
Guy was like, we were all looking at each other like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, they were like hazmated out, and then they had this dog with the.
This was in Michigan?
No, this was in Kansas.
Okay.
Kansas City. We met. Y'all had to park back in the back because y'all showed up a little late. There was like some kind of shop or something like that. We're going to run out there, and then I think the cops ended up showing up or something like that.
Okay. That might have been when Corey owned the car for a little bit. He owned it for about 3 years-ish. So it was probably Corey.
It was during the Kansas City
There's some old video.
Is that was when Chris ran Brown Sugar, right? Or was that way before that? Chris?
That was Chris. That was Chris versus that car right there. When that was 2000. I don't even know.
Oh, well, that was down in Houston, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
That was 2K weekend. Right.
Yeah,
I wasn't out there for that.
Chris was a cool guy. I mean, the funny thing was the same guy that basically does all my chassis work built his cars at Team Z too. So when he came to Michigan the next day, I think it was the next week to pick up his new car, I was like, Joe, did he say anything to you? And he's like, no, not a word. I was like, come on, man. He didn't say nothing? He's like, dude, not one word. I'm like, you didn't say nothing to him? He's like, no. I'm like, oh, man. So, but yeah, there's a few other things too. You know, we offer, there's going to be some other cool shit. Like here's some header flanges.
Some Yodi header flanges with EGTs.
So these got the EGTs built right in them.
Yeah, and they'll fit 2-inch tube, inch and 7/8.
Make them full screen, Jasper.
Yeah, there you go. He's got it right there on the screen.
Oh, you got it right there. Yep. It's just little stuff like that. You know what I mean? Here, you know.
Basically, if I need it for my build or JP needs it for his, we'll just make it. Put it on the website.
So how much do you got to change when you make a run in the sand like this? I thought this was cool as hell.
So we
Hell yeah.
yeah, I was like, so basically I just borrowed my buddy's F1. The truck has a 9-inch in the back, so it's 5 lug in the rear and 6 lug in the front. So I just borrowed some stock F-150, pulled the bed off, and my buddy Matt let me borrow his Super Scoops, and we bolted some adapters, some 8-lug adapters to the 9-inch, and literally didn't do anything, just put some filters on it and took it out in the sand. The the truck, the motor needed to be refreshed already, so we kind of just said screw it. But I think that may have been the most fun I've ever had in that thing. It didn't leave off the line very good, say front paddles, but once it started going, it was like on tracks. It was black.
Did it
how much
torque steer very much, or could you even feel it?
Not really. The paddles I borrowed were a little old and dry rotted, so if you watch those videos carefully, you can see them like shoot into outer space. So the one tire had like 10 less paddles than the other. So going down, I was a little crooked because it was basically one-wheel drive near the end of the day. But sand got literally everywhere.
One guy knows. He said, nothing hooks like sand.
Dude, sand is unreal.
Yeah, you can see him shooting off right there.
Dude, they were going like 300-400 feet in the air. People were walking from the other sides of the dunes, dropping off paddles. I just got lucky.
How much of a change was it going? So you went from the street to the sand, and then you chose to go to this.
Hell yeah.
Same thing. We just pulled the bed off and bolted some tires on. We went full stiff on the suspension, and that was about it. We didn't put air filters on this.
It looks like you're having more fun than the rest of us.
Dude, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
It was going to be four-wheel drive for this weekend, but when we pulled it out the trailer, it literally popped the front tire. The front tires were all picked up too.
Yeah, the hardest part about that deal was studding the tires. It took forever. I think each wheel had 300 bolts in it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was like 320 bolts a wheel. They were like self-tapping trailer bolts.
That's what I was going to ask. Did y'all just buy the spikes, or did y'all make y'all's own stuff?
Yeah, I found Ranger it was Ranger McMaster car. They had like a hardened self-tapping like 5/16 like trailer bolt or something, and it was like a fine thread. So we used some lock nuts, double washered it, and put some carpet on the inside of the tire and some tubes. And it worked on the back. I popped the front though. Dude, it was a blast. It was so much fun.
It looks fun. That looks fun. All that shit looks fun.
Everything's homemade around here.
We're going to skip it across water next. We just need to find like a little pond or a lake that's not too deep.
Yeah. Just start watching that 200-mile-an-hour range. You'll get airborne.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get him a beard like Limpy's, and then he'll be the real Jesus.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah, what's up with you, Jasper? You excited about your new engine and combo or what?
Yes, I'm
Heck
super
yeah.
excited. I'm really excited about the close ratio 3-speed.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've honestly had a few people tell me that I wouldn't do that, but I don't care. I got a theory on it.
Well, there's two ways it's going to work. It's either gonna or it's not. So,
I've always said for years that like if I was mega rich, I'd run one of those 7-speed Liberties.
Oh yeah, it's right down the street.
There's no way you can convince me that isn't the best way, but $30,000 to find out is.
Well, that's what Johnny runs, correct?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's switched back to a turbo but Johnny's always got shit going on.
Yeah, he's no dummy.
My thought process is just more gears are better. And I mean, right now, all the records, I believe, and radial and all that is done with one of those transmissions.
Right.
It just would upset the tire less. It'd keep you in whatever power you want.
Yeah.
So like if I could stay at the power I want, I don't know. Right now in my head, everything is about consistency to me.
Yep, absolutely.
Like I used to attack stuff kind of like, ooh, we need this extra power for here, or I need to adjust this to do this. And then everything became, how can I make all these adjustments easier and easier and easier by moving as little as I have to create the same results? So like a lot of times, like with this old motor we're getting rid of, we already sold. My buddy down the street bought the LS, and now we're putting this Coyote in. It's going to take me a second, but like I had a curve on my turbo I liked. I had a backside curve and I had a front side curve, and they were like pretty gnarly. But I just used timing instead, to slow the car down rather than change the boost, because I found when I run different boost here and there or boost down here and then boost, the turbo wasn't consistent. Like it doesn't tend to do the same thing. So once we found a curve that it followed very well, we left it there even if it was too hot and just chose to, use timing and other things to back it down.
Right. Show them a picture of the root style blower adapter you're making.
Oh, that, yeah.
Oh, I got a picture. I showed it a second ago.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's on Autumn's truck. It has a Holly high ram, and then it's like an adapter spacer, and that's BDS 871. So I made the sandwich plate between the Holly and the blower, and then that front crank support lets you pull the cog style drive to the front of the balancer. That thing's gonna be sweet. That's gonna be a rowdy burnout truck.
That's what I'm building a burnout, because I'm a manager of a track and we're building out a burnout pad.
Yeah.
And I'm wanting to put something like this in a little Mini Cooper.
In a Mini Cooper?
Yeah.
This thing's gonna be wild. It's gonna be.
I want to put it on my car.
Dude, it's sick, ain't it?
Dude, I'm getting one. I'm putting one on one too.
Yeah.
I spent like $10,000.
Is anyone running one on a Coyote?
So Beefcake Racing, they posted some pictures way back in the day of an adapter with a blower on it, but I've never seen a video of one running. So this one should be running in the next couple months here. So it don't know if it's going to be the first one. Definitely not the first one bolted up, but it might be the first one running. We'll see how it does. I don't think anyone's really tried it. It's going to sound wicked. It's going to sound wild.
Yeah, man, that's super interesting to me.
Once
again, like the blowers, there's another thing. They're more consistent.
This is a stupid fucking build. This knuckle.
Yeah, we'll see how it does. The only concern I have is it being a Coyote and being crank driven. So.
Yeah, like how much if it tries to snap the end off or anything.
Yeah, the crank support should help with that, but
for sure.
But it's not gonna be anything crazy. I think they're shooting for like 1,000 horse or something. So
yeah, then I don't think they'll have any issues whatsoever ever.
You don't need a lot of power to do burnout.
But I want to see can I make 25 with it? Like, can I pulley one and put a bigger one on and make 2,500 horse on a Coyote and then just.
We'll find out if this crank lasts. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Run different pulleys to slow it down for.
It's going to live its life at like 8,500, 9,000 RPM.
There's just nothing cooler in how they all sound.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to sound like.
And I feel like I've just been way too nice to my neighbors all these years I've been here. I had like a quiet little Turbo S that I never fired up past 9. I want to just own something like that and fire it up at like 11 o'clock on a Saturday and just rev the shit out of it for an hour and shut it up.
Whatever happened to your buddy's Mini Cooper? Has he still got that?
Yes. I got to put an axle in it, and I should probably send the injectors down to Kyle and then put it back together real quick, drive it around for a little bit, and then I need to get it up to Maynard so he can cruise it around. It's so we originally were going to, Andy, your buddy, Andy McPherson.
Yep.
He's an amazing dude. I'm going to have him on here one day too, just because he's so.
Yeah, Andy's a gangster.
He knows.
He's so awesome. We've used him for thousands of things. So we went down to Andy because we had a Mini Cooper. And we're like, okay, once again, like, why Andy's Andy? And we're all sitting here going, yeah, that dude is like different. We knew if anyone was going to figure out how we could get a decent tranny in this Mini Cooper, it was Andy. So he links us up with a dude in Ukraine, which we sent a bunch of money to build this adapter so we can put like this like Audi rally tranny, like what they used to rally race. And we were like, okay, this sequential will be way strong enough for we made 678 horsepower on the hub dyno. So we're like, all right, this thing will hold that, no problem. Because what we have right now won't. It'll either break an axle or it breaks the tranny, one or the other if it hooks up. And I mean, this thing's got like, double bead lock slicks on the front. So it's hard to get it to wheel speed every time and just bounce the limiter till you feel you got enough speed to shift, which is what we've been doing. But every time you screw up that difference and it dead hooks too hard, it'll just snap one of those two things. So we go to Andy. Andy hooks us up with a dude in Ukraine. He's going to build us this adapter, send him money. We wait a couple weeks, and then we knew it, a process like this was going to take, who knows, up to 6 months. We didn't know, with customs both ways and everything else. And then on the second week, they go to war.
Oh, shit.
Never hear from the dude again.
Oh, no.
No post online, no Facebook post. So trust me, we're not mad or upset. We pray to God that dude's okay because his city was definitely involved in all that shit.
Dang.
And we kind of just gave up at that point. It was like, man, do we really want to have $100,000 into this Mini? Because, we're going to say we have the fastest stock motor Mini Cooper in the world. There ain't really much to say to that. You know what I mean? That's not like this huge claim. We already know we make more power than anyone else ever has on a stock.
Well, this is what it needs. A fucking heavy.
Yeah. So we just, I just need to get an axle back in it, drive it around for a little bit, and make sure I got to touch up the tune a little bit because we were mainly just racing it. So I want to make sure, it don't start idling funny, as it warms up and weird shit like that. Drive it around and then run it back up north to him so he can cruise it around, go to the car show at Traverse City on Saturdays, and it'll do real good at that and doing burnouts and stuff. But
yeah, I wanted to see that thing. I don't know why. I think they're cool.
It's super cool. I'll tell you what, man, I can't believe some of the shit it's done already because we've ran it down the road a bunch of times and made 62 pounds of boost, 63 pounds of boost, and did it for a second and a half multiple times. And when we got back, because it was kind of accidental because of the CO2 when we were trying to get
that's how it happens.
Yeah, but we did it a bunch of times in a row, and every time I was just like, I don't know how this engine survives. I just don't for the life of me know how this engine is still got rods in it and oil pressure. It's fine. So shockingly, they're really tough, but yeah, one day we'll get it back going. I'll cruise it around and we'll get it back up there, and maybe he'll bring it to the track a couple times because it's not. He's got 3 or 4 trannies for it, and axles are pretty cheap. Because we were going to buy $1,000 or $1,500 a piece Raxels that were custom built. They claim what they put in Cobras and shit. They claim will hold 1,000 horse. But we knew right then if we do that, it's for sure going to blow the tranny every time.
Right.
So
transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck it. I ain't sure.
I've been watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia way too much. Oh God, that was good. Yeah, so I don't know. I will say I love. Are you guys gonna make any more inner flanges with EGTs for LTs, LSs? That is really dope. I absolutely love that part.
It's just so much easier for the fabricator too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it gets them right out of the way, and it tucks them up by the motors, so now you can run all the wires, with your valve covers and stuff.
And then, this fits what? 1 7/8.
So schedule 5 1.5 inch, schedule 10 1.5 inch, 1 7/8. 2 inch will butt up to it, and then 2 inch schedule will go over the lip. So it's kind of you can put it on the shelf, and whatever header you want to use. You can make it that Burnout truck's getting 2 inch primaries, which is going to sound rowdy with some 2 inch primaries and zoomies.
Yeah, that's going to be so cool.
I've never heard a coyote with that, so it's going to
be sweet, dude. It's going to be blower surgeon.
It's either going to sound really sweet or weird. One of the two.
I guess it's pretty sweet. Robert Botello's asking, do you got any of those for Hemis right now?
They're on the machines right now.
The
So
exhaust
Robert-
or the intakes?
Robert is, I'm pretty sure the owner, or at least the tuner for Botello Racing, and they have been killing it lately.
Yeah, the header flanges are getting machined right now, but they're, I can't think of the word, 3D conformed, so it'll go from that D and taper nicely to like the round hole. Those we don't have in stock, but we're working on them.
And then there's a website, a Facebook, and an Instagram, AlloyWerx. All these people can go to if they want to. Check parts out, message them, tell them, hey, man, I had this idea for this one, and I'm sure you'll make it or draw it up that night or 10 minutes later.
Can I put it in the chat?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I
make tag shit.
hit my referral deal on there, and I thought if I hit it, it would go away, but
I don't know. Oh, we'd have to connect to YouTube.
Oh, all right. Yep.
I got whatever.
What track do you manage, Limpy?
That's a new track, or it's an old track out in
Brought
Abilene, west of DFW, about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, it was we had our first race out there in March.
Oh, he says Pro Line Hemi, not the new ones he's looking for.
We can make anything you want.
I can't. Yeah, the Pro Line. I mean, is that different?
Yeah,
than a
they got.
regular?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
different.
Yeah, their exhaust is this big.
It's like 5-inch primary.
No, for sure. But is it different than like? Is Pro Line got like a special head on there, or it's just a regular Hemi head? You know, like
Same.
It's a different flange, I'm pretty sure.
That's what I'm guessing. It's
Right,
like
the different
exhaust probably or
different
something.
different
No,
degrees
you
and angles,
4
probably.
bolts per exhaust. You know, like
I'm
they don't
sure
mess
it's
around, man.
badass.
They
And
don't
you
mess-
imagine that? Hey, we're thinking of getting the burnout tag going, but we're also putting in the sand.
I don't know. That's rough here in
Yeah.
Botello's wanting to
I
bring
know.
out a Pro Line now. They've been using a budget LS to kick everyone's ass. So
I think Sexy Red has a Hemi in it.
oh, really? Did they switch it? Because it was a budget ass LS, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think. Or
And then
I don't
Whalen's-
know.
Whalen's
I
got
don't know.
a big block in there now, right? Like a 540.
Yeah, he's got a. Yeah, he has a big DC.
What about the Stu?
I've-
That's a Hemi. Is that Pro Line?
No, that's a really old school Hemi, I heard. Like a
that's
pretty old Hemi.
Old school.
I don't know. I love big block Chevys though. Like Jeff's motor and Jeff's the power man. I just love that thing, dude. Like,
Is he's bringing that car out this year, right?
yeah, we're going down Saturday. We were in Florida earlier this year, but it blew the cam plug out the back and was pouring oil everywhere, so we didn't have great luck. But we get the tranny back from Capizzi tomorrow, and we're going to slam it back up in there.
Oh boy.
Damn, I can't get off. We get that transmission
Yeah.
from John, and
I like your terminology. I don't know.
I know I love how like I just keep saying tranny and then something you can double entendre, you know.
And then you just slam it in there. And,
Keep blowing.
No,
it.
see right there, I told you, Sexy Red has an off-the-shelf iron 427, and then Whalen's motors. I think the same as Jeff's car. I don't know. I feel like no matter what, I can go faster out the back in Jeff's car. No matter what I do.
it has that now. Let me just. I know what Cody. I know
I'm
what Cody likes
imagining
to play
this Pro
with.
Line Hemis from all the money they've been winning, and Sexy Red's getting an upgrade. It's a good car. I've had an absolute blast. I don't know if you guys have been following that at all, but Cody and Waylon and Manuel and Nathan and everyone going back and forth has been just absolute gold.
Are y'all running with the Midnight guys, or are y'all going to be trying to run with them guys?
I mean, we know them. You know what I mean? Alex talks to Manuel. What's it, Manuel?
Manny.
I just call him Manny.
Yeah.
You know, we talk to him pretty frequently. But when I used to go down to TX2K, that's where I'd go. It's his shop. You know, that's where the action would be. You know,
Yeah.
so it'd be cool to see him rocket some of these products because I already know he's a big racer and he doesn't like no bullshit either. So it'd be really cool to see him rocket some of our stuff, no doubt, you know.
Yeah.
And I know he'd be really happy, you know. So just time will tell. You know what I mean? That's really it.
Oh, that's right. They got a new car, a F body, that looks like
The dead
a
president.
makeshift pro mod with a steel body. Yeah, I saw that. That looks like a really good car. That would be a sweet one.
Yeah, that's the other car.
Yeah, they got an F body
Dead
that's
president.
like Vito's.
Who's
And
that?
it sounds like they're Botello and them. I think Cody's the one. I don't know. Robert will have to tell us in the comments who actually
I think
owns the
that's
new
Cody.
car. I'm not sure.
There's
But
Joe.
shit,
What's
they're
up?
going to have to get. They're going to get some more driver. I think Bubba's going to start driving here in a minute. So
Yeah, so this
Good for you,
weekend,
bro.
that's where we all were. Is Bipolar had a car show and like a meet and
a
greet.
real one?
Yeah,
A
it was
real
pretty
one?
cool.
Okay.
And then they had
Okay.
Fudge Franks there giving out wieners for free,
Oh,
chili
boy.
wieners.
Yeah, let me show you.
Oh, boy.
Bobby, we're having a contest, man. I don't know who won, but
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
That's so good. Literally, though, me and Matt got out of the car, walked up. The first thing we walked up to, because it's the first thing you see, was Joe, and I was like, "All right, 2 County," like right off the bat. Like,
Joe
They're
said
so
relax.
they're so good.
Need to get
Yeah, it
Joe
was
on
pretty
here,
fun.
man.
Good time for sure. Good turnout.
Tell Joe to click in. Click Joe in. See if he can get
Yeah,
on.
you have to send him a link.
We'll send him a link and see if he'll try to be all modest and be like, no.
Come on, man. I'm about 3.5 joints in right now.
We'll force him on here. I'm sending the link right now, Joe. There's alien inches in the trailer in that box, like right in the trailer. All right. I sent a link to Joe. Joe, you should be able to click that with your phone or a laptop and go right to it. If you have an iPhone, you have to copy the link and then go to on like your Safari and then get on. Cody owns Sexy Red, Little Debbie, and Dead Presidents.
Yep.
When I grow up, I want to do what Cody does.
Right.
Remember that, kids. Whatever Cody's doing, do that.
He's actually insurance. He has his own insurance agency.
That's a good agency to own.
And it's farm and all that shit out there too.
How long are we out on Black Jesus?
I don't know. Me and Rackham have just been chipping away at it, so it's just having a 1-year-old and building cars for people, and
God damn.
It's very hard to find my own time to work on something that's. I feel like the end of the tunnel's not close, but honestly, even if I do one thing, it's just one step closer. So sometimes I'll randomly just do one little thing that takes 2 minutes, and it's just like, all right, next thing, So hopefully next couple months, but it's all there. You know what I mean? It's just getting time to, make sure it's all right. Yeah. So, and you know how Rackham is, so he's definitely very good at what he does too. So anything he says, I gotta make sure is exactly how he wants it. So.
Yeah. And then business, hopefully,
Exactly.
So, as well.
There's a lot of things going on right now, and I don't mind it. And now it's racing season too, so I build cars for people too. So now everybody, it's springtime. Everybody wants their car done. I'm like, well, where were you the last 4 months? You know what I mean? So finishing up 2 twin turbo Trackhawks as we speak, and one will be done this week. Another one will be done in probably like 3 weeks, but it takes time, So, and it's not so much just the fabrication, it's the plumbing, it's the It's the thinking of how it's all going to be, you know. So,
and the process of how it's going to be and how nice you want it to look, and
right.
But the Track Hawk is ready right now, right? Anyone can come get that action on the street.
Yeah, I'm looking for Brian Hausner. He says he's got the baddest all-wheel drive in the state of Michigan, but
somebody tag this boy in the comments. Somebody tag Brian in the comments.
But when I asked him to race last year, he asked for the lead. So
you gotta be kidding me.
You know, and that was after he won the event.
I will tell you, dude, that like one of my favorite moments last year was like when you drew me on the street and when we did a burnout and I come back, all my crew was like, bro, we made a lot of money. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, dude, all those kids there were like, that car will never be a Track Hawk. I don't care if that Track Hawk stops. It'll run that car over.
Oh man, I would have told everybody to save their money.
Dude, they kept making bets and they're like, you're serious, right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, dude, I knew like when JP drew us, he's like, oh man, like
I know.
That sucks, you know? And it's not even the same vehicle. Like that's why it's so funny to them. They're like, what the fuck are you doing here? But they
was
rolled
that
out
the
of there
night
with
the
like
cops
$2,000
came and you
on
were
those
signing
dudes.
their foreheads?
I thought it was hilarious. That was that night we had the cops signing everything. And but I will say your Track Hawk is fast as fuck. And it's fun, getting man. Faster every time you come out, I'm sure.
It a little it's I'm not trying to hurt it. It's still 5,500 pounds, you know, so with the stock engine, but
is there ways to lighten it?
Yes, but I bought it brand new. Like I can't do that. You know what I mean? Like if I wanted to really do that, I would have, you know, bought a salvage.
Well, I mean, that's why you have Black Jesus.
Exactly. If I want to try rotating the earth, I'll just, you know, bring that out. But these days, really fast street cars, like you got to be fucking really fast nowadays. Like it's not even, you know, when I was
it's so different than 5 years ago. Like 5 years ago was.
I posted my times in 2017. You know, it was.
That's when I was like building my car. Like honestly, like when I was coming up, you literally built Black Jesus, and I watched the whole thing happen online and at the track, just murdering everyone. Yeah. And then I even remember when it was for sale for a while, then it finally sold and disappeared forever. And yeah, dude, that car killed it for such a long time, man. Like that honestly, like
that was when I had Boost Lee out too. So when I posted my time slips with that street car, my other street car was going 450s, you know, so it was like, it just was crazy, like how much it evolves every 2 years. It's like, you better
be. Now you got Brett LaSalle, like,
goes
390s or so.
Yeah.
Shit, dude.
And that's a street car. He drives it. He goes to the track. He drives it on the street. He has a trailer behind it. He's got trailer lights. He's got turn signals. I mean, I don't know if he's got turn signals, but still, that's a street car.
Yeah, no, he's got all that. Legitly, you have to for sick week. Like that dude could pull out your driveway, drive all the way to Pontiac, race 5 times at tonight, and literally drive back home right down the highway cruising 70. Like,
yep. And that's one of those things, you know, some people will be like, oh, it's a pro mod. It's like, dude, first off, you can't stip safety, you know, so.
Yeah, but like his first one wasn't. The one he has now is pretty crazy. Billet block, billet everything, chassis car. But the first one was a Mustang with a cage in it.
Right.
In a stock block.
Right. Still is a stock block.
I think it's still a stock block.
Yeah, still stock block.
I thought he went to an MMR billet or something.
No.
Or Aggie Fab billet or something.
No. I know he doesn't have a billet block for sure.
Yeah,
jeez, that's so crazy.
I'm pretty sure.
It's a bad mofo, man. But that's what street cars are nowadays, you know. You change the injectors or you just run 2 sets and have a little tank, you know, for one premium gas, 1 year race gas. You know what I mean? And have a little valve in there and swap it out. That's it.
Yeah, but once again, it like shows how crazy it got.
No, for sure.
You're on dual fuel systems and all sorts of crazy shit.
Yep.
That's just technology over the years.
That's exactly. That's just
up.
technology, and it's.
No, I'm not mad at it. I love it. I'm just saying, like, how easy it was back in the day compared to where I mean, you can see in JP's watches, you know, everything we do too. I've changed thousands of times from this to that to this to that to this to that because I'm trying to figure out what's working. And I feel like if you're not doing that, then you're probably going to get left behind.
Pure example. Look at Johnny Quick and look at Ryan, Casey Mack. Sick. I mean, that guy's probably had 3-4 combos in his car this year.
Ryan
it's crazy. Johnny does it all the time too. Johnny will swap whatever whenever he has to.
Yeah.
Like if he feels something's not working, I promise you it's going to get changed. Like I definitely would respect that. But we do a lot of it too. We've kept the same motor for a long time, but man, that LS was, I never had to touch it. And whether
it didn't owe you anything. It didn't owe you anything. Let's put it that way.
Bro, how many passes do you think we got on it? 1,500? Like, I bet I've got 1,500 fucking passes on it. Now, I've changed the bearings at, like, the beginning of this last year or whatever, and that's it. That's it.
Aluminum
rods? I legitimately have a solid roller in there with Jezel shaft mounts. We've checked them probably 25 times in that 1,500 passes, and I have never once had to touch them.
Yep.
Like, I will never hate on an LS, even though I'm switching and doing all this shit. That motor that Steve Atkins built, like,
oh yeah, Steve's the man.
I'm not fucking around, dude. And we're the worst. I legitimately go to Family Farm and Fleet and buy whatever oil they have on sale that's 30 weight and throw that in there. I run it for one run. We flood the car on idle and shit because we run no water in the block and stuff. So I flood it to keep it cool if I got to drive it around. So the oil is always milked. And you could literally go out there. The last time I started it to put it in the trailer to take it down to bipolar, it was like probably 80 degrees in my barn. And you fire it up and it idles at 80 PSI.
Right.
For oil pressure. Like 1,500 passes, never ever touched a thing. Had the heads checked. No, steel, Oliver's.
Yep. Yeah, I remember when Steve built that because he built.
Everyone wanted me to go aluminum, but I didn't want to change rods all the time. We're not pushing these cars. If I was radial racing, I would have went aluminum because no matter what, I'm flexing this shit out. I would change steel ones if I'm trying to run 420s or 410s all the time, like Kenny Dangler and Capizzi and shit.
You're not trying to do that at War in the Woods?
If it keeps going the way it's going, yeah, that's what we're going to be trying. That's why we got a big block. Jeff's big block is the answer to that.
You guys are freaking nuts, by the way.
Twin 94s.
I'm about to say they ain't far off from that, but I mean they're rolling, but they ain't. I mean they're a good ways off, but I mean just to think that they're that close.
So
4 years ago, if you said you were going that fast, however fast they're going at the War in the Woods, everyone would say you're a liar.
1,000 passes.
They are flying last year.
Yeah, 1,000 passes. Yeah, no, we were flying. I'm not gonna lie. It was fast. I told the story. I think I told it to you guys there, or when we were at this Saturday and Jacob knows because he was with us. I made that pass the second day. And when I got back, the first words out of my mouth were, I couldn't stop. And the chute was out, like, as I was coming across the stripe. So, like, that's how I knew when I got out to grab my chute that, like, we were fucking flying, like, way fast because I couldn't even shut her down for the return road without skidding the tires real bad.
Yeah, we're going to have to get you some better brakes in aerospace.
Yeah, we'll just bring Jeff's big block. Once again, the big block of Jeff's is like the answer to everything when it comes to going fast. Like his TBMs, I wouldn't even need the chute. And we went 6 miles an hour faster on the big end in Jeff's car than mine. So But yeah, those aerospaces are so old too, dude. I bet those are like some 2007 models or something.
I was gonna say they're probably 20 years old. They're probably 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about it. God dang it.
Where's Joe at, man? I thought he was getting on here.
Joe's done too much. Don't push Joe anymore. I've already weaseled so much out of Joe. No more out of Joe. We're gonna give Joe a break for a little while. I gotta try to trick someone else and help.
Well,
no, I'll get some TBMs. I'll call Doug at Motion and grab some TBMs.
Dude, you'll like it, man. I hated my aerospace brakes. Hated them.
I've been wanting to switch to spin. If I do that, I want to switch to spindle mount, and then you got to buy rims too.
Yep.
So I'm like that's why I've kind of been avoiding it, because I don't want to buy twice.
Right.
And spindle mounts are so much better.
I think I got a new question. Have you hit on with your question?
No,
I can't got a new question.
What was our question? Do you remember our question? You hit them with yours.
All right. So if you could go talk to anybody, living or deceased or present or future, you could talk to anybody, who would it be? Just 5-minute conversation, and that's all you get.
Sweet, I got a new question.
Yeah, either both of y'all. Or one of y'all go first. One goes, and then the other one.
That's a tough question. I think it'd probably be Mickey Thompson. Yeah, I think it'd be Mickey Thompson. I want to know why he was murdered, and if he had anybody that really hated him.
Yeah, that's a crazy story at the end of that.
Did you guys ever watch any of that on Netflix?
Oh, yeah. We've watched that documentary a few times.
Dude, that's like sad. You know what I mean?
No, it's horrible. Super horrible. The way it went down, too, and they rode bicycles in and out of there and shit. It was crazy.
Yeah. And I'm always wondering, like, why would somebody want to?
Something was definitely up because, like I said, 2 dudes rode 10 speeds right to his door. They had a plan.
You don't think it was Hoosier, do you? I'm just kidding.
I don't know, man. That'd be the most savage shit ever, dog.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to start no
maybe
rumors,
Goodyear.
Man.
Goodyear's a little bigger than Hoosier. You got to have big money to pull those moves. So maybe Goodyear was sick of getting beat out by these small brands and was trying to send a message.
No, but I'm a big Mickey Thompson fan, so huge.
So who's yours?
So I would have to say Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy,
there you go.
Figure out
what really happened, dog.
Dude, for real, when I was a kid growing up, it was like always intrigued me.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's
where do you think he is? Where do you think he is?
I think he is just either pigs ate him, or he got like an acid bath. He wasn't buried anywhere.
I think
he's gone.
I think he's underneath the Renaissance Center.
I agree with you. Silverdome, and they moved him after they tore it down.
Yeah, or the Silverdome, or the Renaissance Center. Yeah, they're all built at the same time.
I think there's like a theory of like 6 states, like 6 different theories. I think Michigan's one of them. Like they have something.
Every 4 years, they like dig up some property saying he's there.
I know, it's crazy.
He's not here.
He's not here.
So
even though he just got the cement redone.
Yeah, even though we just got a little cement redone, but
okay, so this is my brand new question. Who would you want to race if you could race anyone right now, and why?
Me? Or you would
both of you. Anyone you want to race, and why do you want to race them?
I think once I get this car back up and running again, I would like to race Boosted GT again, just to redo it. See where we're at. No,
he's one of my favorite racers there ever was.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know why, I just love him. He's always run a Ford, just cool ass fucking dude.
And the thing is, when I raced him, he might not have known it at the time, but that was someone I looked up to a lot. You know what I mean? Because you two was just getting popular. Street racing was just becoming publicized all over the internet. You know what I mean? And
it was such a watched video though and shared.
Yeah, and who did you see? It was Boosted
cool
GT.
stuff.
You know, I love turbo cars. You know, even back then, you know, we had turbo cars since 2008. You know, but you know, to see a fast street car, you know, it was like, dude, that's a bad motherfucker. You know, so when I raced him, whether I got lucky or not, it was a fucking pleasure for sure. You know.
I remember when he was in high school and he used to come out to where we used to race at, and he had a Blazer. I think it was a Blazer with like a small block with nitrous. And then he got the red mustard. Yeah.
A small black Blazer with nitrous, man. That is amazing.
He's back again. He got a Corvette.
You got a vet? What?
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he has like one of those C7 or C6?
C7. Yep.
C7.
Yeah. Which, I mean, they make great race cars. Look at Isaac Preston.
They look really cool, man. I hate to say it. Like when they're done up with double bead locks and sitting right,
my boss has one. The owner of the track that I have, he has one.
I like them,
and
man.
It's pro charged. It's pro charged too, and it fucking just sounds nasty.
Who was messaging?
Because he's got the full exhaust, and it runs out to the right underneath the doors.
Yep.
Hey,
what about you, Jasper? Who would you like to race, and why?
I guess if I could race anyone right now, I'd want to race Kai Kelly.
Here you go.
I think Kai Kelly is like just murdering it right now. He went to Pro Mod and won and had no business winning, and in the finals with Ryan Martin last week. He runs Nitrous because I just think Nitrous is the coolest. Like when you shoot flames like that, I imagine like all the way back, he gets back and like has dudes that work for him to keep the chicks away from his trailer. Because I just believe that Nitrous is so much cooler than the shit we run. Like a 3-foot flame all the way down. I don't know why. To me, it just looks fucking amazing.
I've had Nitrous on everything I've owned.
And I'd want to run him at the pad. Even though I know that he'd be out there probably 2 nights that week testing. Because, you know, like the way they...
You'd want to run him on his playground.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be dope. Like, even if I get my ass kicked, but like, I mean, if I could set it up, I'd probably go down like Monday and make hits like he is Tuesday and Wednesday, and then like try to be as ready as I could. But I'd probably pick him right now just because, you know, I've raced Ryan, I've raced Joey, I've raced Kelly Day, I raced a lot of people. I don't know, you know, I haven't got to race Team Denver on a backside, but we haven't backsided in a few. That's why we're switching to a Coyote and doing all this stuff with my car, because we kind of did a lot of fast racing for the last 3, all fast front side shit, and wasn't really, I mean, we would show up at a backside sometimes, but 90% of the time, like Jacob knows, I'd be like, I ain't even switching that part over. We'll be all right. Like in that attitude. Shit. You don't win doing that. So like this year, we're going to try, if the car's ready for War in the Woods, I'll bring both cars to War in the Woods. We have a lot of sponsors. They're all at War in the Woods, Precision Turbo and Fuel Tech and Nitrous Express. And a lot of the people that sponsor that car are at War in the Woods. So like we try to bring it there every year when really Jeff's car is a better option. But if it's ready, we'll bring it to War in the Woods. If it's not, it won't even probably run front side this year, except for maybe like on a Dega if Jeff's car's broke or something.
You're going to make me bring the bus and the car to War in the Woods. Have some fun.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, man, even like, let's say, so a lot of people get scared of the track because there's grass in the middle and stuff. And I ain't going to lie, you get out of shape there. It's harder to come back from sometimes than other places. People come back though. A lot of times it's not, and they have, you know, barriers all the way down now. So it isn't the real War in the Woods anymore. You ain't like we did with the white car, just disappearing out of sight for the starting line, and everyone down there is just crossing their fingers of whatever they can't see is happening. There's barriers now, so it's a little safer, but I would recommend like the experience itself is worth going down. So run it extra safe, like if it starts to get out of shape, abort the damn pass and jump in the buyback. You can jump in the buyback first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, like, that's how I would play it if I was worried. We tend to send it down there if we totaled one before. An example of that. But I don't expect everyone to love that or that idea. So, but I will say everyone that's aborted, got in the middle or started to get out of shape and aborted, they've had no issues.
Right.
So it's not like dusty concrete that's just been sanded and no one's been down where like you can almost not fuck up and fuck up.
Right.
I mean, a prime example is us tucking the hay bale at Cash Days Kentucky's at Decker Boys, and we won. We beat Raggedy Ann by a few, and then in the shutdown, because it was so slippery, it started like losing its shit and tucked it into a hay bale. Like, it's not like that. And since it's faster, the bumps aren't as bad. The faster you see, as faster you go, the bumps aren't as bad.
That's true. Just hit it faster. Hit it with the big block.
Black Jesus would do good down there, I promise. Like,
we're gonna have some fun.
They let all-wheel drive in.
Yeah.
This year, this time.
Wait, they are letting all-wheel drive in?
Yes.
All right. Well, we're bringing Alex's truck, not mine.
That's what I'm saying. Bring out. I know Nathan Wheeler's coming.
His first round call-outs.
Dude, it'll be fun to go, but no all-wheel drive's taking the cake. I'm sorry, it's just not happening.
I don't know. You might be shocked. So what I'll say, and I probably shouldn't say this because some people probably don't have this experience, but I've been there so many effing times now that it's crazy. But the spring race is always about 2-3 tenths slower than the fall.
Right.
No one's really prepped that track. I even saw a post this week that they had so much rain that they had to cancel this weekend's. So we might literally roll into War in the Woods, and there's never been any prep down it for test and tune or bracket racing all year.
Right.
So
they are
slower than the fall race.
So
yeah.
So what do you just got to race small tire? Obviously.
Yeah.
And then
No. Go look at the rules because there's a daily driver class, and there's True Street, and in True Street you can run an all-wheel drive, but I think you got to run certain tires.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a few classes with all-wheel drive.
Let's see. Who would you like to race, Alex? Don't say me either, man. Be nice, man.
To be honest, any of the Midnight or Velocity guys, just to see where my stuff sits at. That second all-wheel drive race, Cletus invited me down like a week before. And my truck, it was last time I really ripped on the truck was the sand dunes. So the motor that was in was hurt. Me, Andy, my buddy Nick Franco, J.P. helped, my nephew. Basically, 5 days before the event, we scattered and got enough parts and built a new motor and put the thing together. Had it on the hub dynos at Safes the night before we left. Got down there.
Tell them what it made.
It made 2385, and then
good lord, 2385.
Yeah, so it made 2385 on
so
like.
You have no excuse now. Let me just state real quick before he continues. You have no excuse now not to come to the Spring War in the Woods.
Oh, absolutely. Now that we know all-wheel drive is allowed, we're going to figure something out.
100 horsepower.
I'm getting there. You
still make that work.
I get down there to the Cletus event, and I'm testing the night before, because I don't have any testing really done. We packed in the trailer and headed down, and I killed the trans the night before. I don't know if you saw the yeah.
I remember we had like 31 or something like that, right?
Yeah, where my truck was on jack stands was right where the trans locked up. I couldn't roll it or nothing. So we jacked it up right there. Cooper Baghetti gave us a contact, and we got the trans back in it like the night of the race. And we were trying to race either one of the Velocity or Midnight guys, but we were out of money. We just fixed the trans, drove down there, built the motor, and I think that was the event when Manny's father was in the hospital, so they left early. But it'd be cool to see where it sits against those guys.
All right, so it's May 30th and 31st, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I don't see the rules, but I'll find them. I'll look them up though for sure.
I'll send them to you.
Yeah, I need a better stand.
Who are you guys wanting to thank? You guys got some sponsors yourself, or people that help the truck or Black Jesus out, or you got some crew members you better say something about, because without those dudes, I promise you're fucked.
Basically, I want to thank Andy over at A-Star. He's basically taught me everything I know in the race car stuff. JP's always there for me. Basically all the friends. Chris Beluga, my buddy Blaine that hangs out at Andy, Sean. I'm going to have to list off 50 people.
Dude, I know. It's
my nephew, my mom and dad. Really anyone, I have a good group of friends around me where if something's needed, in the Cletus race, I needed cylinder heads, and my nephew drove down to On3 and bought a short block for me for the heads. Skipped school, went down there, got it, came back.
My man.
Everyone,
I got an amazing crew too, so I can relate with that.
It's a good group of, how it is. It's a good group of people up here. There's something you need, you call and they go down to help. It was awesome.
No, yeah, like we mentioned, Andy and I've called JP 1,000 times for things. It is a good group around Detroit and around Central Michigan and over on the west side and stuff, and the east side there with the Shop Incorporated, and you got Capizzi on the west side, and someone's usually got something that you need, or someone's got it, and we end up getting it. It's pretty cool.
I mean, that's how it should be, though.
Yeah.
Competition is not a bad thing. You know what I mean? So
not at all.
I feel like helping people, it's not going to hurt my program, because I'm always going to try to bring my best, and I want them to too. So real quick, Rackham, that's my boy for life, even before the car stuff. But Rackham, amazing wiring guy. So when I raced Ghost for all that money, I mean, the pile was this high. 2 days before the race, Rackham's wiring up smart coils and doing a few other things. And I'm like, Rackham, what the fuck, dude? I'm locked in for these guys for 20 G's to race. He's like, do you want to race or not? And I'm like, you got a fucking point. I'm like, but what the fuck, man? He's like, what? I want you to race. I'm like, you know what? You got a good point, Rackham. So, it's just things like that. He's one of those people too that, he's down to help pretty much anybody. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And dude, same thing. The list can just go on forever.
Well, dude, the more you think about it, the more people you can just come up with.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I could you
guys, though, you feel real confident you haven't forgot anyone important.
Me?
Yeah.
I could say 200 people and I'll forget 200.
I mean, this ain't a trap or anything. I'm just asking. You might want to thank your old lady that's watching that kid when you go do stuff or work.
Hey, and that's another one too, because she's noticed. I was going to say that she's noticed, because she never knew about this racing stuff before me.
No, they have no clue what's coming.
She had no idea, and the one thing she likes is how pretty much 99.99% of us are all pretty much humble and willing to help anybody out at any time.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. So, but the racing community, there might be one or two bad apples here and there, but I mean, they don't last long. Don't you see and the they usually are in and then they're out. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much how it's been, forever. So, but yeah, my people for sure. Steve Atkinson, Diamond, my buddy Dougie, Alex, Andy,
Safe over at Neighbor. Let's hop on the hubs at 11 o'clock at night before the Cletus race.
Yeah, I mean,
any shop.
It's anybody around here, man. It doesn't. I mean, Rich at Richards, another guy that will do anything for you. I mean, the list is just endless, man.
All right, one more time. Where can they find you?
Detroit. No, I'm playing. Budgetbillet.com. The name is AlloyWerx, but budgetbillet.com is what the official website is. We got to fix that.
Yeah, we got to fix that.
So
we're working on it. We're not web developers.
Yeah.
So on
you
Facebook,
just do it
Instagram,
or
AlloyWerx.
Yeah, AlloyWerx or Budget Bill. Budget Billet's the website. AlloyWerx on Facebook and Instagram. Search one of the two and you'll find us.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for coming on tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Next time we'll all smoke together. We'll get Alex to smoke too.
Yeah, hopefully next time my car's in the background with one of those intakes in black, and you know what I mean? It'll be great.
Whatever color you want.
We're dropping one off tomorrow for anodizing. If you want one, just
I like black. All
Whatever
right, guys, you have a good one.
All right, guys, thank you for having us.
Go check out AlloyWerx and Budget Billet, and
thank you.
If you got ideas on parts, they can probably make them. So
absolutely,
exactly.
Yes, sir.
The sky is not the limit.
Thank you, guys. Good luck this year.
Thank you.
I sent a deal about Lonnie. He won this weekend. I sent you a picture.
Lonnie Kuykendall?
Get him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Levi Lyons.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge shout out to Levi Lyons. That was fucking awesome. Like, that was the best news of the whole weekend was the Lions winning that race.
Lonnie. Yeah. And the other Lonnie here.
Yeah, that was Lonnie.
Hey, y'all.
Kuykendall?
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw that video online too, and congrats to him. He's looking for a fiberglass man right now, if anyone knows one. Left up the front end.
I heard the story out there, and I was like, "Oh boy!" Like, damn, he had a nice front end on that thing.
How's the Seed Cellar doing today?
We're doing good. Doing really good.
Yeah.
The sun come out.
Hey, I see
your
name up there is John Pruitt. One of my good friends is Dan Pruitt. I wonder if they're related.
No, it's a movie character.
Oh.
Has anyone guessed that tonight? Has anyone guessed the movie character tonight? Because the movie character is one of the best characters in any movie ever. It's not a joke. John
It's not a joke.
You're going to laugh when I say the movie because all of us, unfortunately, except for Crystal, she's like, funny. But the rest of us are old enough. We're going to know this movie.
I'm waiting.
You all right, doggy? Turning red. Good God, Matt.
You talking to me? Because I'm fucking high as fuck.
I sent you a message. You're chilling in your robe. That's so cool.
Hell yeah. I got my fucking limp robe on. Limp Hefner.
I have so much respect for that.
Hold on. It's my smoking robe, too.
Fuck yeah. Oh my God. Yes. I should have brought my smoking robe.
What was were you here when we were watching the movie and everyone was wearing robes and we started thinking, why aren't we wearing robes? And you were, it was Casino.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
No.
Everyone was rocking robes and we felt left out. And both me and Matt were like, man, should we be rocking robes more often?
Yeah. I always wear my robe. Sophie hates it. I take her to school.
This is another sign. We should be rocking
So
robes. We should have, dude, what if we come out with robes for the start?
Should I go put mine on? Because I will.
What about, hey, who's John Pruitt?
Yeah, who's John?
If no one's answered yet, we're going to give him
I don't
time.
even know.
We're not
I don't
cheating.
even know. I don't even know who it.
You know?
I can't even freaking see the comments.
I can see him. I'm going through right now. I don't even think anyone can Google it. It's a very, very,
I bet
very
you I can
popular
Google it,
movie.
but I'm not going to cheat.
Who
If
said
you're
that?
cool, I
About
mean,
the
if you're
piece of
not
kung
cool,
fu?
you might never have heard of the movie, but that would
I
mean
bet
you're lame.
I bet you ChatGPT would know.
Try it.
Adventures in Babysitting?
Yeah! Who said it?
Shut up. It was on there, but I just talked about that movie.
Oh, there it is. Adventures in Babysitting. Yes.
Fuck yeah.
He's the crazy dude that they run into that gives them a ride. It's got like this. He's like, and she's like,
the old man or the young or the guy that owns
crazy
the
old dude with the red hat that like beats up the kids. Get away.
I didn't know if it was the guy that owned the shop or whatever it's called.
No,
What they call him,
Thor,
but is a
Thor?
Thor.
Yeah, Thor was there, and then the dude with the hook.
Yeah, I'm not that good
was
looking. I can't
mad.
steal his name. I got to use that other dude's because that's more accurate to what I'll look like at that time period. Bro, that dude's probably honestly the same age as me when he played that role. Have you went back and seen that post going around of the 1986 Penn State football team?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Dude, there ain't a player on the team that don't look 45, 50 years old. I swear to God, dude. And they're all like 19 to 20.
Oh shit!
Remember, Matt?
Bro,
did
look
you
at the
look at
Golden
that with me?
Girls.
All
They
the
said the
old
Golden
Penn
Girls
State
were
players that look
45.
like they're 40 or something. Dude, it's crazy.
That's how the Golden Girls were. They're 45. I'm 44. Do I look like a fucking Golden Girl?
Yelling.
Don't answer
Oh,
that,
she wasn't.
actually.
44.
Yeah, I
Lord.
just turned 44.
Oh well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I think I'm 44. Though.
I-
I'm 44. Is it 25? I'm 44. Nailed it.
You gotta do the math when you get to a certain age.
I don't even remember how old I am. So shit, that tells you something.
Yeah, you gotta do the math now. You gotta be like, what year was I born? What year is it right now?
Screw that.
Unfortunately, that's true.
And,
Now we
and it's fortunate that I don't give a shit. I don't care how old I am.
I think that's why we forget. We just don't
Right,
give a shit
listen.
anymore.
You're in your party
Yeah.
robe. You don't need to give a fuck. You're good to go.
It's my smoking robe.
Yeah, the party robe.
Yeah. And then when the lady gets home, I show her what's underneath the robe.
There's a party for her.
Pants party. It's a pants party.
You're invited. Would you like to come to the party in my pants?
I like the sour one better.
Oh boy. Hey, Jasper earlier was talking about trannies and ramming it in there and stuff. Did y'all hear any of that?
Blowing them up.
No.
And
Blowing
blowing them up. And we have
Load up.
And that's what I said. I said I've been watching too much Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I heard you talking about wanting to drive cars really loud at 11 p.m. And I thought, if that motherfucker did that in my neighborhood.
Dude, and my neighbors are so cool, so I should just not. I
Do you
wouldn't.
know anybody,
I dream about it.
anybody that was in that crash up here?
No.
There was a crash up there.
Yeah, there was like people were street racing is what it said, but like I don't know. If it was,
They
like,
weren't street racing, dude. It was two kids, 19, right? And 16 or something, and they had their mom's SUVs.
Oh
And
boy.
they raced from the stoplight. So I mean, like technically they were street racing, like old school street racing, not anything like what we do, but definitely like went to a stoplight and punched it. And then a guy kind of rolled the stop sign a little bit and must not have seen him coming and hit the one dude, and the other dude ran into the other dude, and that dude went across the incoming traffic, and it was horrific. Like, holy fuck, was it bad?
Was there fatalities
involved in that? The two racers are in critical condition. I think the rest, like, you know, might have had a broken leg or some cuts, but are going to make it, you know, with no worry.
which is good though, because like the people that got hit were like there's like a mom and her kid.
Bro,
like,
it had to be. Yeah, there was a kid involved, like a young, maybe a baby even, or a toddler.
I think it was the mom and the kid that like it said that they made a lawful turn out onto the road. So I think that they turned, didn't realize how fast those cars were going, and the cars couldn't stop.
Yeah, they're mainly. I mean, like that dude rolled that stop sign. I've got a ticket for what he did before, but
yeah, they wrote the article.
they were going really fast, you know, like, and if they weren't, I believe they could have stopped before hitting him with him pulling out. But instead they went a different route. What I will tell you that did, that made for us street racing in Lansing not happening this year. Like that is a guarantee, because the mayor came out the next day and made a post saying he catches anyone street racing, and we are going to give them every fucking ticket we possibly can.
That's it. Yeah, basically the prosecutor's office is trying to see right now what extra they can tack on charge wise to those people. So they're gonna get booked hard.
Yep.
You know how you talk
Like,
about,
I'd love to sit here right now and tell you that they're the biggest idiots in the world, but I mean, I'd be a hypocrite because not that that's something I would do ever again is race from a stoplight into oncoming traffic, but
yeah.
boy, when I was younger, I did a lot of that. I ain't gonna lie. Like, we pulled up on people, revved it up, and fucking sent that shit right down that same fucking road in Cedar and Pennsylvania and Michigan Ave and Saginaw and everywhere else. Like,
hey, if you pull up to a red light and y'all make eye contact, it's a race.
I'm just saying that I have done that same thing.
Whether they're racing or not, that's a race.
The Tracks and I will give it a go.
And I would be in trouble. Like, I guess, you know.
Yeah, Cooter is always speeding, racing.
No, not me.
Yes, he is. He'll tell you right.
I behave.
Yeah,
No.
right. He's told like 6 stories on here where he dusted up Harleys that fucking tried to pimp him.
Even in his cars and trucks, he loves speeding. He loves it.
I
love
don't
it too.
race. I just drive assertively.
The warden, she likes to try to out 60 them.
Yeah, I had a
like,
little
reaction time
QX30
and 60.
Infinity. Yeah, and it's made by Mercedes for Infinity, and it was a little sneaker. And so these little Hondas would come up with their, the Civics all roaring and decked out, and there was eye contact, and I left them behind.
Yeah, you should have, man. They were about to rob some semis.
Yeah.
No, you asked about the Seed Cellar. We've been going to the city council meetings, and we're getting really close on getting entheogens decriminalized.
Oh, that'd be so amazing.
Kate has gotten up and spoken twice and did a great job. Cooter has went up there and spoke twice. I was a cheerleader with my buddy.
Really good cheerleader.
Yes. So,
everyone plays a part.
I don't know.
Well, we need to get.
So.
Yeah, we need to get people to come to the city council meeting tomorrow night.
Yeah,
and they don't have to speak, but we have yellow pins for decrim, and if everybody puts that pin on, the more pins we can have floating around the audience, the more they'll recognize the people's support.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just go and set with my button.
It was funny because I was talking to the city council, and that night they were swearing in the new chief of police, and there was quite a few buttons in the crowd. And anyway, I get up there and speak, and I was like, nobody else will come up here and talk because you got all these cops behind us. I mean, the wall was a standing room only with the police in full uniforms for the swearing in.
I got the fuck out of there before they all left because, I may or may not have been rad and dirty. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Someone said it's cool to see that live. I did not understand how unhinged city council meetings are and how crazy the fucking general public is. You would think I'd know that from working in customer service.
Nope, they're not.
Nope. Nope. It's like these grown-ups get up and they tell you their name and full address and then just scream at everybody and point at them for 2 minutes.
Yeah. And Sandy do nothing Democrat up there with her bitch face, her whore attitude.
One guy was like, I want to see in your bank account, and your bank account. And he called every fucking person out on the council. It was crazy. But then we had people picking on us. We had people up there saying that we're bad and that mushrooms are bad.
I mean, it's like one dude and his old lady friend who doesn't know how to pronounce any of the words she's trying to complain about. So
no,
probably fine.
No.
When they just said no, did they have reasoning or?
They didn't say no.
They just say no. They just say, "Oh, they're horrible. They're horrible."
Well, there's people that get up and one dude was he seriously was there's a bunch of boomers trying to use their last gasp of air to do something radical. and like no hard drugs in my town, no hard drugs. So it's like people that fundamentally don't understand what is happening or what we're asking for, that think that we're like, we want to be Portland, bring the homeless camps to Jackson, but like Jackson's already fucked up, like fucking prison city.
It is already fucked up. That is true.
Homeless people don't do shrooms. I mean, they might here and there, but like that's not like no one's gonna flock to the city because it became legal to have shrooms.
Well, okay, so here's the thing: no one's become homeless because of their shroom use. You know what I mean? No one's like fucking sucking dicks for shrooms out in the alleys.
No, you don't do shrooms every day, and people don't understand that. Like, yeah, you could lose touch with reality, but you don't do it every day.
I might have some shrooms underneath my sack. I might have some shroom underneath my sack if they want to check it out. You heard?
I thought that was cheese.
No, there's a yeah.
Kate, your face made it worth it.
No. I'm gonna get my dog. She's in there for a little ass bag.
Her dog is so big. Don't let her lie to you and say her dog is small. Her dog is bigger than her.
She's a big girl. She's a big girl.
Oh, Roger went on a cruise, y'all. 2 motherfucking weeks.
Like a cruise on the ocean?
You don't have some stories.
My first cruise.
Who'd you go with? Did they come back?
His sexy wife.
Yeah, we did a round trip.
Ooh,
and we were about 2.5 days under sail to get to the first stop. And then when we were all done visiting the islands and stuff, it was another 2.5 days to get back. So it was an 11-day cruise. It was pretty awesome. It was cool. The ship was only 2 years old, so it was really nice and cared for. Oh,
do you have any? Was there any surprises underneath the bed for you?
No, not that I saw. So
Kyle's so big at that. He came back with a tan. Said he had a lot of fun. He said he drank a lot. Cooter was living it up.
Yeah. Drinking, no smoking though. So that was a bummer. I wasn't quite comfortable bringing it on. But
did you get off anywhere for excursions or anything?
Oh yeah. We got to Cartagena, Colombia, and then we went up to Panama and went into
No one was
Panama
offering you anything in Colombia?
Oh yeah, he showed us pictures from the Panama Canal. That was cool.
Could you have brought a pen on, you think?
Yeah, the whole cruise was all retirees, and so I don't look like the kind that might be looking for anything anymore. So. When we went to Jamaica, we didn't have any trouble. Shit, we had it before we were out of the airport parking lot.
Were there people like trying to sell you aspirin cream and shit? Muscle rubs.
Yeah. No, they were right there. So that was my first cruise. I think I'm going to try another all-inclusive and pick an island and go to it and just sit there. And that way you can do different things and be relaxed about it and not think, God damn.
Really Roger was kind of nervous before he left. And he's like our dad kind of. And so it was really cute. And we were hyping him up. We're like, dude, you're going to have so much fun. And he did.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I know I'm just not the cruise person, but my sister, she does. She says the Alaskan one is the best one that they've
really.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of great things about the Alaskan.
Yeah, they go to all of them. So,
and I can vouch for a piece of it because I took a ferry from I forget the name of the town, to Valdez. And it was about a half day, but we went up the canal there and where all the shipping lanes are and all the cruise ships were coming through. So I got to see a piece of it.
Yeah.
And that piece was all the whales, but the fishermen, that was what was really interesting to watch as we're cruising by those guys.
And the store didn't burn down while he was gone.
It's true,
my gosh. Did
Yeah,
any of the more of plants get chopped down?
No,
Jenny,
we
what?
didn't mess
What?
up any plants. Actually, Kate planted like fucking 80 plants. The garden's doing great.
Actually, I think we're doing like more than 100 a week right now.
It's just insane. We're selling dirt now. We got Happy Frog. We're very excited about that.
Got a big ass pallet of dirt.
We did really good. We got the work still earlier on time and, didn't leave early. We really behaved. We didn't smoke in the closet. I'm known to like to sneak into the closet and smoke on the lawn. And that's not, you can't do that.
I'm
the
a
water
pretty good
closet
boss.
or
It's like
the water closet or the regular closet?
It's like the basement closet. But, there's moms and weed in there.
Stairwell.
Yeah. I just think it feels good because I know it's naughty, That makes sense.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Yeah, no, breaking the law. Yeah, just that. Yeah, all is well. We started a single seed, and people really like that. You can buy one seed for $10. So maybe you just want to try like one of one strain or one auto. You can do that.
Okay, but wait, tell them what they're called because it's so funny to me.
Do it, brother. It looks so cute. You did such a great job.
I don't have one with me. Okay, but like Jeff, what do you call a single cigarette at a gas station?
No one's gonna like in Europe they call it a fag.
That's what they call you in Europe.
That's what they call you in Europe. That's what they call them here. But you ever heard a single cigarette called a Lucy? Yeah.
Someone said it. A Lucy. Yeah.
A Lucy.
Yeah, I know this one time we had these Europe dudes riding with us. Kind of out by your house, there used to be a park in this dude's backyard. It was like
it's
crazy
already sounding sketchy.
And this dude that rode for Sabrosa came out and rode this ramp with us, and he was from England. And we lit up. We sold him some weed, and we burned ours first, and then he lit his up, and it tasted so fucked up, and it was so harsh. And I was like,
"Had tobacco in it?"
Yeah, dude, but it took me a second. So finally, after a second, I was like, "Hey, man, what'd you put in this?" He's like, "Oh, it's a spliff."
Yeah, half tobacco.
He said, "We put tobacco in them in Europe," and I was like,
"What the fuck?
We don't do that here."
Delightful.
Because it tasted not great. I'm not gonna lie, like some people like that. I imagine, like if you like blunts, you'd probably like spliffs somewhat.
Well, I've been known to smoke a blunt or two.
Well, I mean, I'll smoke blunts, but I don't know, man. This was maybe his mixture was off.
They're called Lucy's because they're a single seed and they're in an adorable, like longer tube, and it's awesome. And we've always talked about how customers like having something tangible, something you can see, touch, taste, smell, whatever the senses. So having them on the counter, obviously they're singles. They're not as costly if someone does happen to take one. But people really like it. It's been really good. We're also in the beta phases of like shipping plants. I will tell you this. I did a little market research today, and a different company, they're selling seedlings through the mail for $100. Ours are $40. So you can get 2 from us for this, like for less than 1 from other places. And we've grown them with love.
Lots of that.
That's the end of my spiel for the day. So there you guys go.
We got a lot of seedlings going, and it's fun to watch them. Wish we had the pictures of my autoflower. That thing's got bud on it, that big around.
Yeah, we can ship to Florida. We can ship anywhere in the U.S.
Jasper, I sent you a picture of the Lucy that I had.
So yeah, put it up. It's so cool, dude. You should get one.
I just think they're funny.
Yeah, it was a great idea. Yes, Doug, even Texas will ship a plant right to your house. We did ship some to one of our houses and it worked. So we did test it.
That's my Texas peep right there.
Do you know I still have them in those containers and they're still alive?
Yep, we have Northern Lights and Trainwreck, right? I know Northern Lights for sure.
I can't
which
remember
is
off the top of my head.
And we have Trainwreck.
Northern Lights and Trainwreck. And I mean, if there was one of the strains that you wanted, like we could start that. We could start that for you. Like it might take another like 10 days, but we'll start it and sprout it and send it to you.
We like to have them well rooted when we send them, so you can see the roots.
Yep. So it's
I got an
fun.
idea I'm going to try tomorrow for shipping those little containers. Remind me.
We're in busy season right now. We have dirt now. We're going to the meetings. We had we had like a vendor fair this weekend. I don't know where you were, Jasper, but we had.
Yeah, you were invited personally by me.
Jasper, you could have brought some shit to sell. You could have just came with your sparkling personality. You could have had a free hot dog.
I had to go down to the bipolar car show where my car was.
I mean, okay.
And drop parts off so they can finish building it.
Yeah, he didn't want to go to where he had to put weenies in his mouth.
Yeah, we ship a lot to Mississippi.
And they had hot dogs.
We have free hot dogs.
State code.
Damn it, that didn't work.
Did we ship the plants through the MS or the USPS too?
Yep.
Why is it not uploading? Why is this thing so horrible?
Did you see the herd thing yet? The seed thing? Because that's really cool. Oh, did you guys see the Minecraft movie? That was really cool too. That's about the only thing I've done. Yes, I went and saw Minecraft with my daughter and her boyfriend Hunter.
I've also seen the Minecraft movie.
Yeah, we should have went together. That would have been way more fun.
I don't think that Jason Momoa or Jack Black can jump very well, though. Did you notice that? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I didn't know that. Oh, there it is. Oh my God. It's so adorable.
Yeah.
I love it.
That is pretty cool.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We'll ship it right to your house.
And of course, if anybody grows one out and they can stuff it up with some weed and send a sample in to us. And Crystal or somebody will be happy to sample it and test it out and let them know that if it passed the test or not. You know?
Yeah, I'm an expert. You can trust that. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some car stuff that happened since this is a car show. Are you ready? My battery died at the laundromat, so that was kind of sad.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and I couldn't get the jumper cable underneath the hood, so that was kind of fucked up too.
Couldn't raise the hood or what?
I don't know. My friend's car, we couldn't get it in there, so we had to call for more help.
Been summoned. I'll be right back.
That's about it. Now you guys are caught up. I saw a movie and my battery died.
Yeah, my battery died too in the truck.
Are you kidding me? Were you stranded somewhere?
No, it was here. It was at the house.
Oh.
But it's a Chevy pickup, so trying to get everything off it and that battery out. Good Lord.
It's a pain in the dick. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Thankfully, my coworker's husband, he works part-time at the O'Reilly's, and he changed it out for me. So that was nice of him.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, that's about it.
What's coming up?
You guys have been good. Coming up, we have we just had another one of Roger's wife. Her name is Jill, and she does puff and pours, and it's really super fun and cool. But I think the next thing coming up is the next psychedelic community meeting, because we're a chapter of the Michigan psychedelics. And again, we're trying to get Jackson decriminalized. I think we'll be the 6th county. I think there's 5 currently. We would be 6. And then you can't, you wouldn't be worried about going to prison for selling somebody mushrooms or having mushrooms in your house.
Yeah, possessing and using and growing. but
This sounds better to
the
me.
ordinance doesn't allow for sales, but everywhere that ordinance is, they're being sold.
Now Ann Arbor's already
Washtenaw. It's nice that they did all
decriminalized
of
it, right?
they did all of Washtenaw, because back when they did the weed thing, they only did Ann Arbor, and they said that they thought that was kind of stupid, because then you had like Pittsford and Washtenaw and then the city of Ann Arbor. So this time they said all of Washtenaw County.
Well, yeah, it would seem stupid because then county could still come to your house in Ann Arbor or state, or even though local couldn't. So they'd have a loophole.
The state can always come in.
The state can still come in even in Ann Arbor?
Yes. Yep.
They just kind of choose not to because they decided they're cool with it, or what? How's that kind of
Well,
going?
they would end up having to go to the court, so the court's going to be a little more lenient, but it's still going to be, based on the law, and the law will be state. So that's just, and just like the feds can always come in too. So there's always that risk. But if it's decrimmed across the county, it's pretty straightforward. Nobody's going to bug you, because that's sheriff and police. So
good
but we got a
news.
letter from the sheriff in Washtenaw County, because it was in 21 they passed the decrim bill, and what she did, the sheriff, she contacted all the hospitals, looked at all the court records, police filings, looked for anything where there was trouble, and there was none. Zero. So yeah, so that was pretty cool, and I think that's being real helpful with the city council.
The mayor put on one of our support badges too, so that was
The mayor
cool.
did?
Fuck yeah, he did. He asked for one. He asked Roger for one.
That's pretty cool.
Yep, and I unpinned mine and handed it to him.
I kind of feel bad for them. Like, they get yelled at the entire meeting by like all different types of people. Everyone's just like, you suck and you suck. Like, it doesn't seem like a very happy job.
Yeah. Well, after a while, you just get kind of used to it, and you just say on it, and you don't care. And they get along afterwards. They get together at the end and before they're walking out, and they're just laughing about what kind of assholes people made of themselves out there, just going on and on as if they're going to listen to it.
Jaspers.
There are more and more people acting like assholes lately, though.
Full moon.
Oh
Passed.
boy.
No. Something's coming up here on Wednesday. Oh God, what the hell is it called? It's for the last of the month, the first day of holy shit, May. Yeah. So anyway, it's a fire month, and they have big fire bonfires. It's all over Scotland and Ireland and that. So it's a UK tradition type.
I had to go to the Secretary of State and get my driver's license and stuff, re-up for my birthday or whatever. And this dude, this stranger, was so fucking rude, and I had to get in a little bit because I had to check him back, I don't get it. Everyone's extra grumpy lately.
I don't know.
I don't know if you guys have
noticed. The sun yesterday has put me in a good mood.
People are driving more aggressive. They're being more aggressive. Everyone needs to.
That happens every year in Michigan when it warms up. Everyone goes crazy.
You know what? You're probably right, dude. I'm glad you said that, because I did make that. I do see a lot of people all out. How the frogs come out and they start singing.
Yeah, everyone. That's the drive-ins.
The frogs that start. Y'all frogs sing?
Yeah, you know what they're talking about.
Mine usually are
the frogs outside.
Croaking. They're usually croaking.
Look at what a good kitty.
Oh boy, I got some pussy. Oh.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh shoot.
Oh boy. I don't know what's up.
Scooter, you're grinding up, are you?
What?
You have a bad stuff. courtesy of E's and B's. Oh
Well,
yeah,
that's-
did we show his logo?
Oh
Jasper?
shit! I'll work on that right now.
We got Kate's wearing a Brothers Grimm shirt. We got some good deals with Brother Grimm's. They got 9-pack tester seed packs for $33. So you get 9 seeds.
Is it Cinderella or the Reaper?
Yeah, it's adorable. But you get 9 seeds for $33, and then the company wants to hear the feedback from you. So that's kind of cool too. Haha, it is. What?
No, it is cool. Like lots of people want to be able to get feedback in a way that makes a difference. So,
and that like they're asking for it.
Yeah.
But breeders, a Michigan breeder, we were selling their packs. I opened one up, and there was a note in there talking about it. Give us your feedback, and if you have a male, we would like it back. So it's like, okay, that sounds like something I would do. Send it back. You're right.
How does he get you out of there? How does he turn? God
you
damn.
make it not just me, please.
I know, right?
I'm trying to figure out how he's. God dang. And turn this fucking damn music off. Shit.
Background music? I kind of like
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm trying.
It sounds like on hold music.
We're on hold or we're in an elevator. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Where'd we go? Oh boy. Oh boy.
One dab went and did it.
I was like, shit, what happened? What did we do? What did we do here?
You were all good. You're gonna get it.
Oh shit. All right. Yes.
Kate, you got some fans.
I shut it off.
No,
What did
just
you do?
people are saying put Kate up.
How do
Keep Kate.
What did you do, Limpy?
Okay, I don't know. She wanted it off of her, so I removed her, and then it removed
I put it
everybody.
on her
I want to know what type of
because
wax
I
that
left
was.
it on that blanket with her not there forever.
No,
And then I was putting it on
Jasper had
all
her
you
on
guys
there, so I was trying to get her off.
Then I thought it
Maybe
was
I
oh
need
boy,
some
fair
wax.
that she
You
didn't
like
get
my old
it
drag
by
bag?
herself too.
That didn't sound good at all, did it? Hey, nobody
Dude,
heard it. Hello.
Everyone was talking over each other. It was one of my most favorite parts that we've ever had.
I said Kate was on the screen solo, and I was trying to get her off.
Okay, so our buddy Ed at E's and B's. This is the new Breakfast in the Woods 2 shirt that he'll be selling at War in the Woods.
It
And he
kinda
also
looks
has
cool.
tons of freebies that he's giving away and throwing out that Jamie will be announcing on stage if he hasn't had too much Fireball by then and weed. And me and Jacob steal his truck.
Sometimes you gotta have
tell
some
you.
Fireball.
Yeah, last year, Jamie ate what was an entire candy bar, and he didn't know it was weed. Yeah, and then he did the Fireball keg, and then he ate something else that had some weed in it.
How cool is that though, Limpy? It's got Happy, Limpy, me, Bill in the shirt. That's pretty dope.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look at that number 3 on the door, just intimidating everyone. The mustache that guy in that car had that day.
You should give out signed T-shirts. You and Limpy sign them.
I mean, I
don't know.
I had Jasper saw my right boob.
I knew it.
I
knew you guys were into some freaky shit.
I got it tattooed. Yeah.
Did you shave first or?
No.
Yeah, but it kind of like smeared over the course of like a week going home and stuff. When I got back home, the tattoo artist did the best he could, man. It looked like it.
All the hair gave it that crinkle finish look. It was dope.
Oh my god!
But he kind of it looked like somebody did it with like a third grade education.
Do you think the YouTube computer can tell if they're like boy tits on the screen?
If there's what?
So you're asking if the AI that controls it can? I don't know.
Yeah, can the like content scanners or whatever the fuck tell if they're male titties?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe
God, I hope not.
Somebody will know.
I had I don't know. I would hate to.
I don't know. That's a really good
Thinking that-
question.
that,
You know, sometimes
somebody
proposers
sent me
have that one right there.
Well,
sent me a.
Flash us, Limpy. Let's see.
What's under that
What's
robe?
your tattoo?
I don't know.
So I mean, like, how big are they?
I'm Ireland today.
I mean, let's
I'm
discuss
Ireland.
this out. So, like, if a dude has a B cup, does it nail it? But if a dude or a girl has like not much there, does it not nail it?
Hey, I got
You
that
think
southeast,
there's
southwest
certain
right now.
nipples? It just instantly assumes that like maybe guys don't have nipples bigger than this, so anything bigger than this, flag that shit.
I don't know. I mean, there has to be some
Some of them
type
do.
of. Yes,
Do
some
you
of them
think
do.
if I put my finger through my zipper, which is a bigger representation of my wiener itself, and
You're
shoot
gonna
a
Michael
photo of
Scott
it,
it?
that it'll know that it's my finger?
Do you know what I'm talking about when Michael Scott does that?
Yes, that's one of the best parts ever.
Yes.
I don't know, Jasper. Try it out. How many strikes you guys
I
got?
like
already?
when Trevor did that in the group chat, and I said, "God dang, he's hung in metric too, because he's from
Yeah,
Canada."
like would AI flag that?
I don't know. Try it out.
Probably.
Do you have any strikes?
No,
on
I'm
your-
already in like a bunch of trouble.
Well,
Why?
Google
What were you
AI,
doing?
Google's AI now will scan YouTube for you if you're looking for particular content and find them all and put them together
Like
and
in a
condense
cluster.
them.
Nice.
So they say anyway. I haven't tried it yet.
Oh.
No, I took a photo of like weed one time and posted it on Facebook, and somehow that was like a ban.
Yeah, I got in
It
trouble
was like-
for posting weed stuff about us selling weed stuff.
Yep.
About plants.
But it's always like 11 months later, and you're like, what the fuck?
They
I
said,
get
no,
lots
ma'am.
of content things from memes I used to post.
So but what sucks for me is like I have like some videos with over 1 million views and I made $0 off it because I have some sort of fucking bullshit.
Start arguing with them.
I've tried, dude, 100 times, and you can't call anyone. You only talk through text.
Oh my God. It's
worse.
like talking to fucking Verizon. I had to go through that for 2 weeks.
I miss the good old days when you called somewhere and you talked to a motherfucker.
That's why you got to
Whether
call
that
Seed Cellar.
whether that person was horrible and was like, no, we don't do that, so sorry about your luck. I still feel better about that than I do about them promising me something over a robot that I never end up getting.
That's
I
why
know it
that's
from
why
the
you
start.
should order from us, because I'm there almost every day. You call, I'll fucking answer.
I swear to God,
Same.
that one drives me up the wall. Like,
And I'm almost a real person.
that's like those electronic checkout things too. Like,
What?
I hate the electronic checkouts.
You do? You don't think
The
they're fast and
self-checkout?
convenient?
The
I
self
like
checkout.
someone put my shit in a
Yeah.
bag and then hand it to me. I miss
Yeah,
that.
you're paying. You think you're paying for the cashier and then the bagger, right?
Yeah, but that's weird because my groceries were cheaper back then than they were when they put all the electric machines in. But now, if I go to fucking scan something at the end of the night and no one's around, I got to go chase someone down because for whatever reason, they got to take some bullshit off like my flash drives that I buy for my camera shit and stuff. So then I'm standing here for 30 minutes, you know, do I want to walk away with this because I'm half rung up and then someone else gets on and you're just stuck there waiting until some mofo shows up And they're like, hey, oh, my bad, man. Here, let me get that for you. But if I would have just walked through with a cashier, she would have pulled the damn thing off. And I would have been like, oh, how's your day? And I would have not shut up like I do on this show. And I would have talked to her for 30 minutes and it would have made my day better.
So I'm saying, no, I don't have the time for cashier. Sometimes, like, I don't need to hear all your weird shit, ma'am or sir.
That's some of my favorite shit. I just stand there patiently and laugh that a place operates like
public
that.
all day long. And you hear weird shit all day.
Mm-hmm.
All
now,
day.
if you want to make me mad, put Lotto in front of me.
Lotto? Like lottery tickets?
Yes. Make them their own damn store.
Oh,
you
like
do
a
Lotto
store?
at this store. You stare at the tickets for 40 minutes, making a decision somewhere else.
Yeah, you should invent that, like tiny little lottery hubs.
They have like kiosks at like Meijer and Walmart and shit.
That's true.
Yeah, that's way better. Go do your shit on a kiosk. That's what the electric machine should be for, is people who choose to have Lotto.
I think those are the people that are most desperate to have conversations with strangers because they've alienated their whole family.
Aww.
Wait, go into this deeper. You believe people who play the Lotto are lonely?
No, I do believe they are more likely to chat with strangers based on the people that end up talking to me in gas stations.
No, I like it. I'm asking because I'm curious. I'm not making an assumption myself. I have no idea, honestly.
Because they're more likely to put their, to the wind. They're playing the Lotto. They'll talk to a stranger.
Huh.
It's interesting preface.
I've never noticed it myself.
Well, Cooter talks to everybody.
Not me. I go in and get my shit and get the fuck out. I ain't talking to
Lippy's the
nobody.
perfect customer.
I ain't talking to nobody.
You're in your smoking robe, so that makes it all right.
Well, I'll fire another one. Shit, I've already had like 5 of these motherfuckers tonight.
Yeah, there was a lady the other day that came in. Okay, listen to this.
Is this true? You can't buy Lotto with a card?
Yeah, you can. You can here.
Oh, okay.
You can only buy so much.
Must be.
You can't buy it with a credit card.
Yeah, it's got to be like a debit card. It's got to be a debit card. At least here. And it's got to be, it can only be so much. I think it can't be more than like $40.
No, I don't smell so bad.
Yeah, I got thrown out.
Well, the short end of the story was this lady came in. She came in hot. She was all fired up. And like Roger popped out of his office and like took her and was like, look at these plants. Look at my plants. And she was so happy afterwards. She just came in mean. I wasn't even talking to her. And she was like, that guy's seed choices suck and autoflowers suck. Like she was like heckling the other customers. It was fucking weird.
People are weird, man.
But I mean, for an older lady to be that aggressive, I was like, damn, Gina. But
So Roger just got that. She knew that Roger had a 4-inch cock. And
What I said, I was like, dang, Cooter, like you're charming all the bees. And I'm like, wait, what does that say about us? He works with 4 chicks.
And he's hung like he's got a 4-inch cock. I mean, shit. Everybody knows he has 4-inch cock.
Sometimes crazy stuff happens in our parking lot, and some of our neighbors are kind of wild about the parking lot, so that's always interesting.
You're gonna share it or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, if anybody around Jackson knows how to paint lines in parking lots, like.
Yeah, I think lines would solve a lot of our problems, actually.
Yeah, I don't like.
I could figure it out. I could put the lines on the ground, but like if you do it as a job.
My first line's pretty straight, but then the other ones are usually pretty crooked after that. I heard.
I keep.
You guys have a good Easter.
It's good red. It's good red.
Did you read about the story? They're looking for the dude that hid Easter eggs full of weed.
Yeah, that was an amazing story.
I know, and they're hunting him, and that's not cool. I would have liked to have found an egg full of weed. It looked pretty good.
What the hell?
I'm
what
sure.
The hell is that for real?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was in Texas.
I heard parts of Europe
it was somewhere in Texas, dog. Houston or something.
Oh, for real? My people?
Yes. Dude put weed in Easter eggs and then made a weed scavenger hunt that he did on Facebook for adults. You know, like I guess
for adults. You had to be 18.
The problem is that that's how he went about it. So that way it ended up like
Hell
that.
yeah.
Am I on mute?
Hey, man.
Can you guys hear me right now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I did hear
That'd be
there was
pretty
a
cool to
blackout
do something like
in Europe.
that.
That's fucking crazy.
Dude, there's so much.
A blackout?
Was like,
And Spain and Portugal, but I don't know
I
why.
can't believe that. Not one of those motherfuckers was like, what? We
I
can't
know
hear
they
you.
should have got me
That's
right there and been like, we can't hear you. And then I would have looked like a fool. Good call, Matt. They weren't on me. I bet you that's one of those drones.
Oh my
That's
God.
one of those drones.
What's the alien? It's alien.
Look at him. He's taking off.
Run, Desper, run.
You better hope you don't get prodded.
Did he eat mushrooms again earlier today?
Oh,
Did he eat mushrooms?
I
Yeah,
think
did
they
he have
fly
some
drones
mushrooms?
out of
Is that
Lansing, don't they?
Is that what's
Oh,
going
yeah.
on?
Yeah. If I be Amazon, y'all got Amazon delivery up there with drones yet?
No, you have that?
Oh yeah, man. We live in the city down here. Hell yeah.
No, we don't
Hell
have
yeah.
that.
Oh boy.
Sounds fucking cool.
Jasper's gonna get abducted again.
I've had deliveries
About anal
on my
probing.
front. I've had deliveries on my front door where there's nothing on my Ring camera, and then it shows there that the picture it has is like it's kind of high and it's kind of looking down. So I'm
Does it like
guessing.
parachute down? Does it parachute down? That'd be fucking cool.
Good, yeah.
That's fucking cool. No, Jackson
Because
doesn't have that.
I've got my Ring set out where it's further out than it is up close.
Someone pulled up in his driveway too. There's a car now. I hope he doesn't get
Oh
abducted.
boy. Oh boy. Now they stole the car.
Jasper.
They done stole the car. And then
Locking her down. Now he is afraid.
oh shit, look out.
Bro, why do you want to be abducted so bad? All about that probing?
I don't think the drones are aliens.
You don't?
Not at all.
Was it Amazon?
No, it was a real plane.
Oh.
So like what we've noticed from the couple that flew over really low that don't seem right, the lights don't flash with any rhyme or reason. So like usually on a plane, you have two white lights on the outside of the wing and you have a red and a green. And they all have a pattern to how they flash. Boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
These won't do that. They'll just randomly like flash and double flash sometimes before even
It
another
might be
one.
Morse code.
Oh shit.
Dude, was it
Could
you?
be
Chris,
like it could be like help
Morse
me.
code? So you could talk to
I
other
want to
drivers?
learn Morse code, yeah, just because I would like my brain looks for patterns and stuff, so I'd always be like, you know.
No, dude, the rat finally died. For real.
Oh, for real? For real?
Yes.
What?
You sure?
Your
Yeah.
rat
Are you
died?
sure?
Yep. Well, I
time?
mean, it don't matter if I'm sure. This time it's underneath. And it didn't.
Are you sure? Are you sure you ain't gonna have zombie? You ain't gonna have zombies?
Pet cemetery.
You ain't gonna have zombie rat?
He might have a zombie rat.
Yeah, well, you already had it once.
I have no idea.
You tie a little string with a bell to its paw when you buried it, just in case.
Oh fuck.
I don't know, man. That was one of
Oh,
the
shit, that's perfect. I didn't think of that.
Jacob asked me about it the other day because he was like kind of here when it happened, and like I honestly don't know. Maybe it is a pet cemetery.
No,
it
living
has to
alone.
make you wonder a little bit. Like, I wish I would have shot video or something to show you, like when I was like, you know, making sure it was dead in the beginning. I was like, nah, it's sleeping, and then I grabbed it, and it's like completely stiff, like a board. Tail, stiff.
It'd
And
be
I
like
was
a
like,
video.
all right,
video.
it's
Why are
dead,
you
you know.
Why are you touching it with your bare hands anyway? Why didn't you get like a
It's a house rat. It's fine.
Yeah, we partied with it in the living room all the time. And like let it run around.
Hey,
And
Brett.
we touched the chickens too. I don't know.
I let a spider live.
That's
in my
how like
bedroom.
COVID never got me, dog, because I've been handling birds and bird flus forever, dog. My body
my
just
God.
was
You say you choked a chicken? Is that what you said?
that too. I mean, with the best of them. So like the bird flus and all that stuff, it don't get me. And then I smoke weed and eat edibles, so that helps.
Yep, it does.
What I thought I
Your
heard.
lungs are coated with resin now.
We got new chickens. We got 12 more chickens now.
What?
Yeah, I've got to get some more. The Hoffa got mine.
Oh my God,
Sparkle's
Roger
old.
brought the baby chickens into work. It was so fucking cool. But the ones were kind of wild, and we opened the box and they fucking popped out.
What's the longest you've
Remember
had a
that?
chicken live, Roger?
Pardon?
What's the longest one of your chickens have lived?
Oh, I had a God, what was it? I don't know. It was probably about 10, 11.
Okay.
Wait,
That's really good because, like, if you look it up online, they claim they only live for like 4 or 5 years.
holy cow.
Because we got Sparkles right now.
Barb Rock. I couldn't believe because I bought her and a couple other chickens, and the other two, they were gone. And she was just
Sparkles is
hanging on.
9 years old right now.
I was about to say, Sparkles is still alive?
Yeah, dude, Sparkles is still right. It was out in the garage today, shitting all over. It come in with the squad, right? Like normal, and I fed them some food, and then they're all standing there, and Sparkles sits down. So it's kind of like, usually, you're walking all around and leading the pack. And then they all took off, and Sparkles gets up and follows them. And then I watched them, and they went out to this spot in the yard, and they're all pecking the ground, and Sparkles will sit down and peck the ground. So I'm like, Sparkle's probably getting old. Like, this is probably going to be the last year or somewhere soon. She hasn't laid an egg in like 2 years.
I think that's how long they lay. Like, I think they only lay for, like 4 or 5 years max.
Yeah.
And they get a little funky, all wrinkly and shit.
It still looks great. Sparkles is like a trooper. But I do believe, and Sparkles actually laid eggs last year. So, like, when she was 8, she laid eggs. Not often, like, not like the other chickens, but every once in a while would lay an egg. But I fed her pizza and like potato chips and all sorts of crazy shit. And they loved it. And I think it made them live longer than that whatever chicken food actually is.
They loved it.
Looks like
they
nothing.
just had a better quality. They were happy, so they lived longer. I mean, that checks.
And then they eat ticks too. That's why we like them.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
They eat mad ticks.
I'm trying to get my in-laws to get guinea hens because I've already gotten a tick on me at their house this year.
Oh, they're bad right now.
It's mushroom hunting, so.
I was going to ask, y'all got ticks up there for real?
All over right now.
So fucking
be careful with Lyme disease.
So like a couple years ago, dude, it was real bad. I don't know, 5, 6, 10 years ago. I mashed them all together. 1990 seems like 10 years ago. But either way, one of the times here mowing the lawn, I went under this tree, dude, and like 30 of them fell on me, dude. I honestly was like probably looking like a little bitch. I literally just bailed off the lawnmower.
They like
ran
bury
into
little
the
monkeys
house.
in your arms together. They make little chains and dangle off of tall stuff so that they can get stuck in your hair.
I was so
fucking
pissed off.
I hate ticks.
Are you
Went
kidding
right
me?
in, shaved my head.
They do. Ugh.
Yeah, they form little chains. So if one gets on like a host, they can
That's
take
too
their
much.
little
I didn't know that
big
until
buddies.
right now. I've never heard that before. That's creepy. I don't like it.
Douchebags.
Yep.
No,
Ticks
thank
are
you.
horrible.
That's like those Joro spiders that I'm so afraid of. I don't like that either. No, thank you.
Oh, the ones that put their little.
The yellow and black ones, we've talked about it before. They're migrating up here. No, thank you.
For yellow and black ticks?
No, spiders, the Joro spiders. We've talked about it before because I'm freaked out by them, and they're getting closer to Michigan every year.
I was watching something and it has like one of the DIY stuff. They said that ticks and insects and shit, if you got your old coffee grounds and stuff throw away, just sprinkle that shit in your yard and stuff. It'll kill the ticks and deter it.
I love that.
Why would it do that though?
I don't know. It's just the smell, or
like that smell.
I don't know. I'm willing to try it. I hate them, but the
All right,
chickens
so
for us
eat, chime in.
The chickens eat most of them.
Let's go, Roger.
Okay, where are we going?
He's ready. He's still with us.
Where are we going?
Yep.
You got some chicken stories, I'm sure.
I used to have some Buckeyes. They look like Rhode Island Reds, and they are the best mousers. They'll beat any cat as mousing. They're,
really?
Oh my God! I went down at the barn tonight, and there was a circle of them, and they had a mouse in the middle, and they were just tormenting and torturing this poor mouse.
No,
they would run around, and they had them all cornered in.
Yeah, they eat them all the time.
Yeah. Yep.
Chickens are wild, dog. They're just old school dinosaurs that are shrunk.
Yeah, they're like that's why I think dinosaurs had feathers, bro.
They did.
Look at chickens.
My chickens would follow me around the yard, and I would like move like a pot or like a stump, and they would eat all the little bugs underneath it. And look at me like, all right, next one.
I mean, you look at my guinea hens, and they are prehistoric.
Dude, your guinea hens are fucking.
Yeah.
They're cool though.
A post earlier or whatever, there was like a 369-year-old shark. So like essentially that shark's just been pimping the ocean since 1627.
Yep.
Just rolling.
Just cruising
He's
around.
like, watch Christopher Columbus.
That shark probably knows what's really in the ocean.
I like what a precise date of birth they gave him.
They're
not like it's over 350, or it's 367 or whatever you said.
Yeah, like we gave our best look at it, and we're pretty confident.
Yeah,
Roger. Someone's asking you about a bike trip.
What's that?
Someone's asking Cooter about taking a bike trip, and I second that. Saddle up,
Well, I don't have any major trips planned this year yet, but I know I've talked with my son, and we want to run down to southern Indiana and along the Columbus or the Ohio River. And so I'd like to get your schedule that you're going to be down there in Brown County. And so I can put something together, and we'll do a bike trip down there and come see you.
In the May.
Yeah, I know this one's the 30th and 31st.
Yeah, and then the other one's 19th. That's my birthday weekend.
Yeah, September 19th.
Okay.
That's my
September
birthday
might
weekend.
work.
There's something so adorable to me about like adults acknowledging their own birthdays,
I had a birthday week, y'all.
Yeah.
I celebrate for a whole week.
Yeah. My old lady has a birth month. What y'all talking about?
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's Warren Woods. A
Um,
lot of people.
What did you do for a whole birthday week?
I don't know. I treated myself, treat yourself. I said, maybe you should get that. Maybe you should have that,
Do you get a pedicure and your nails done and everything?
Oh my God. Yes, I did have a pedicure.
Yeah.
I sure did.
I'm probably going to get one before. I'll get one next week. And then when I roll into War in the Woods, me and Jeff and the boys, we'll all get another one that week.
So when you are treating yourself throughout the week, are you more of a Tom Haverford or are you more of a Donna Mingle?
Ooh, I'm a mix. I'm a spicy mix. And I'm glad that you know that reference. Respect. Because it was treat yourself. But no, I accidentally drank a whole bottle of wine and I woke up like really hungover on
So you're a
Easter.
Ben Wyatt.
Huh? Yeah, yes. And it was not a great idea because I was so fucking hungover and I was running a little late. And then it was our first Easter without my dad. So, that's like the first holiday is always really hard. And I guess since I've been on the show last, like that was one of the biggest things that's happened too, is that process of finding the new normal and watching the different sides of my mom, which is kind of bittersweet. But I'm growing up, guys, little by little. But not on my birthday night. That night was, I had to drink a bottle of wine and have a fun time.
But not on my birthday night.
A bottle that Mole would say, remove the training wheels and get after it.
I need to party with you. I keep
Next
telling
question.
you.
Kate, what did you do on your birthday week?
Hers is in August. She's a Leo, dog. Oh, you know something I don't know. Okay, I get it.
I thought she was commenting on people celebrating their birthday, so I was asking her what she did on her birthday week.
I worked. I ate a cake on my birthday.
Nice. Did you blow out the candles, or did it not even have candles?
I'm pretty sure my kids would have insisted I had a candle.
Okay.
I got her some rainbow suspenders the other day.
Mm-hmm.
If me and Roger had birthday cakes with candles, we'd have to get the electric leaf blower out.
You are
Yeah, we'd have to get a fire permit.
Yeah. So, we'd pass out before we got all of them blown out.
We finally got assigned a new mailman, so that's good for us. We were having to fight with the mail people, but we got one now.
What? I'm interested. Carry on.
Well, they wouldn't come and get our packages. We're in the business of shipping packages, and then they would talk trash about one another, like, "Oh, so and so didn't come." Like, bitch, I don't care who comes. Come get our packages.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
All right. The new guy's polite or nice or no?
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I caught him looking at all of our butts, but that's going to happen, That's going to happen.
At least he's
That's a
nice.
good thing.
You looked at Roger too, so it's all fair. Aw, thank you. No, a lot of people make fun of me for my laugh. They say, well, I knew it was you. I could hear your laugh.
Mark.
Yeah, War in the Woods. That's exciting that it's already coming back up.
Yep, the time keeps going by faster.
Isn't that crazy, though?
It really is.
Yes, so this school year's almost done, right? So Sophia will be in 8th grade next year.
It goes so fast. So fast. I know my granddaughter's graduating high school this year. Actually, two of my granddaughters graduate this year. So.
Yeah, Roger has really cool daughters and grandkids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got grandcats.
Oh, that's cool. Respect. I got cats.
Yeah. I don't think there's well, actually, I'm pretty sure. I'm most certainly certain that there's. I don't think he's able to. I think he's got shooting blanks. Because he had cancer in his leg and had to do chemo and everything all down there. So, and they've been together since since 8th grade. So, and she's 30. They're 30 now, 31 and 30. So, if that'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going to get a grandkid. I don't think I'm going to get a grandkid. That's all right. You can adopt. I'm adopted.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to drop off for the night and had a good time, and we'll talk to you all later. Take care.
All right, Roger.
All right.
Watch out with that 4-inch cot now. Be careful with that thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to make a comment on that.
Later.
All right.
Later.
Do you have your car ready for War in the Woods this year?
I think mine will be ready. I think both will be ready. I mean, Jeff's will be ready, and I think mine will. but mine ain't gonna be mine isn't gonna be tested, and I mean fully confident with it by then for sure. I mean, I don't know.
I just remember
It'll be
last
there
year.
either way, just because it's too fun a race, and I really liked how we used 2 cars last time. So like Limpy knows, like when we get down to War in the Woods, me and my crew are helping everyone get parked, you know, like setting up lights. Not anymore, they got lights, but like setting up the tower, putting trash bags in, setting up police tape,
dude.
doing all this stuff. And then there's a lot of racers, you know, that I have to communicate with for the parking, or like, you know, they need a part, or they're trying to link up with one of the vendors. And I found, for whatever reason, when we had 2 cars there, I was more focused on the cars. Like there was too much going on for me to get pulled away. When you rolled in after a round, you had to keep going, and you just had to keep going, and it just never stopped.
But you like a fast pace, so.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It works for me. But majority of the rest of the year, the car will literally just do backside races and street, and the other car will go really fast on anything that's a fast surface.
Speaking of, you know who else who won this weekend, I think? Coyote.
Oh, yeah. Andrew Lavender won a big race.
You know, dude, since you're the car dude, Kate is looking for a new car.
She should buy a Toyota.
Well, like,
if she just don't ever want to touch it and just wants to drive it.
Can't you, like, peep that out? It's like your wheelhouse.
I'll hit her up tomorrow and see what she's looking to do.
Okay, because I'll be there at work with her, so I'm going to ask her at lunchtime. I'll be like, did Jasper
Toyota
message you?
or a Honda?
And
yeah, like those 2 cars will just run until the body rusts off.
Because her life would be a lot easier if she had a new car.
I agree. But yeah, Andrew Lavender went through a hell of a field, Limpy. He ended up drawing Bradshaw in the semifinals and Patches in the final. Man, they were.
Yep.
He's looking really tough right now, man.
Yeah, all that testing they've been doing.
Yeah, he's got it figured out, man. He's a very smart dude too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys are talking about cars or football, so I think
Cars.
that's my cue.
All right, you're out. Thank you, Crystal.
No, it's so nice seeing you all. I hope you have a good week.
All right, see ya.
Talking about this weeder here too.
Yeah, so he was really fast. Ryan won on the front side over Hustle and Horsepower. Nick. There were other races. Stephen Brown won at Onondaga. Onondaga had a race. That was Stephen and Curtis in the final. Curtis is a buddy of Brian White's. And Stephen Brown from the Shop Incorporated got the win.
Give a shout out to 660 Syndicate for having us out this past weekend. Well, congrats to Lonnie. I sent Jasper the picture, but
where at? On the messenger?
Yeah, on your messenger. But
did my friends go to bed?
Yeah, you know.
They said we're gonna. Hey, while she's off, let's do this.
There it is. There it is. Okay, so.
Well, my dog was inside. It's like is well after our normal walk time.
Oh yeah, he's ready to go.
She like knew that.
You don't play games.
Hello.
I know my old man over here. I put new lights over here where they go around on the backside. Oh,
big
and,
lady.
He's there you go. Congrats on Lonnie for the win this weekend. He was he's starting to get well. He's already deaf, but he got he can't see as well as he used to, and but he was all like he stepped up, and then you could see him pawing where his next step was.
She's a Great Pyrenees.
Yeah.
There's Andrew flashing cash.
Dude, I know.
Did it just honk at you?
No, that was somewhere at me.
I thought it was the dog.
No, she's over there going.
Like, damn, that was amazing. Where's the winner's pick, Stefan? Jeez, dude.
I hear you. I see you.
There we go.
I'm putting my boots on.
And there's Stefan from Onondaga. You remember that car, Limpy?
Yep.
That's from down in Oklahoma originally, or not even Oklahoma. What's he live in? He lives in Arkansas or whatever.
Yeah, I think so.
Arkansas.
All right, good to be back. I'm gonna walk the dog. See you next week.
All right.
Later.
Thank you, Kate. You have a good one. I'm supposed to call you tomorrow about you getting a new car, Crystal said.
Yeah, and taking my old one.
I will give you a call tomorrow.
Sweet, thanks.
All right, bye.
And yes, I am not freezing in the garage anymore. Lovely. Appreciate you guys. See you later.
See ya. And there is Ryan, who won on the front side. And then, of course, because they can't ever not win, even if they lose at a race this weekend, they win. Didn't Team Denver win at Happy's race?
I believe so.
We know Corey would know.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Where was that? That was at West Virginia, South Side,
down there. Where Whitakers are at.
And found it. Ta-da!
South Side. What does it say? South Side. Yeah.
South Side Dragway. So of course they couldn't even go a weekend without winning a race.
Yeah. So they was trying to double up.
Oh yeah, they won and turned right around from there, I bet, and drove straight to Cumberland, which is pretty gangster.
Yeah.
Then I saw Ryan Martin beat Kai Kelly down there where the Stewed was, some race in northern Florida or something.
Oh yeah.
Yep, Ryan Martin, Kai Kelly final. Ryan Martin beat him. They were on Smalls.
Cool. Was it say somewhere a bad wreck or something?
Yeah, I did hear there was a pretty bad wreck at one of them. At
the pro mod race or what? I mean the
I don't
the
know.
celebrity death race.
One of the no preps.
Well,
I'm not sure which one. If it was Cumberland or the other one or Southside, or I know it wasn't Onondaga, but yeah, one of the races was rough. But prayers go out to that guy, and I think it sounds like he's gonna, make a recovery. Like it wasn't the end of the world. So good deal.
Good deal. Lived fight another day.
So yeah, I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else that was going on this weekend. I'm shocked we even were that good at picking all of it out. Trying to think if I saw someone else do anything. What the fuck were the Tabers and all them doing? They had to do something this weekend, but I didn't see it.
They got
Tyler DeSantis was trying to call
was that car? Was that that blue car that you got? Was that the car that was down here?
The Firebird?
Originally? Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it sure is a nice looking car.
I know. I can't remember if that was Justin's car. in
I
here.
really like the looks of that car. It looks really clean.
Yeah, I mean that's a fucking street race car too. It's fucking, it gets down and it fucking has some. It's pretty quick. So I just know if it's the same car. I mean, it looks like the same car to me.
I didn't see Cody or Waylon or any of them do anything. I saw Joey had to race Larry Larson, and they had a good race for 400 feet, and it looks like Joey got a little out of the groove and had to lift. Got right back into it and hung right there. I thought that was impressive, having to pedal and not losing more ground. But Larry Larson ended up getting him. I saw Speed Lee 126-inch.
Yeah. Oh, and what's his name? Oh shit. Who won the 26? Wasn't there another 26 race?
There was somewhere. Oh, Levi Lyons.
Yeah.
Won at Cumberland.
Yeah.
Which was really cool because I think they did like a memorial pass for his brother to start the race, and he burned up a fuel pump or something.
Yeah.
He must have got a fuel pump because I turned around and all of a sudden he won 26s. I was like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's fucking
That's super awesome. I'm trying to think there was something.
Was there any wrestling or anything going on, Ed? I don't know. My kids all into that shit. Oh wait, that was over Easter though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I'm a weak shit. Oh.
I can't think of anything else amazing. I think this week took a break in drama too, like after how crazy it's been since the all-wheel rear-wheel drive. I don't think there was much drama this week. I know Chris Lane had a race or was involved with a race. Was that at Cincy?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
Was there
much on that?
Oh wait, wasn't there didn't they have like some Edgewater race this weekend?
That was probably where Chris was then. So Edgewater had a race, but I don't know who won or lost.
Deal or it wasn't a plates deal, or was it?
Yeah, I think plates and 28s was one of the classes. I think they have some sort of small tire class too. I'm not sure.
No, I didn't know if it was an event that was called plates and 28. I don't know.
I don't know who won.
Don't
what happened.
Don't shoot the guy who doesn't do social media much.
Yeah, like I didn't see any posts. Sometimes I don't catch stuff. People all the time.
I thought the plates and 28 was an entire event or something, shit, like a cash days. You heard? What you got going on next weekend?
The Purge.
The Purge.
Head out to old Wagler and hang with old Jeffy.
Yeah.
I had to call him today. I got a new helmet. Mark Berry, Jeff's dad, saw how raggedy my helmet was in Florida after a crash driving his kid's car and was like, hey, tell me what helmet you want. I'll grab you a helmet. So thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Mark. And it is a dope helmet. Wait till you see it. You're going to be like, holy crap.
Oh, yeah.
Way sweet. So I'm super pumped on that. But I had to call Jeff Thomas and be like, hey, man, it's Impact Helmets. So they're in Indianapolis, and they said it will probably be done Wednesday or Thursday. So I didn't want to risk it not making it shipping wise. So I can have Jeff just go over and pick it up and then bring it Saturday. So I was like, Jeff, you got to do me a favor. He said he was going to be at War in the Woods tomorrow or Brown County tomorrow, trying to fix it. Did you see all the rain damage? And it flooded really bad. And where we come around the corner to the staging lanes and the back part where someone always pits or whatever, it is all like just dirt and rocks.
And then down where like all the concession is and stuff, all those rocks are all washed out with huge like valleys and shit. So,
Yeah.
and they're putting up a second guardrail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna name it the Brian White guardrail.
Oh boy, I got you.
Because that miracle probably had him thinking, well, you know. So they're gonna put up a second guardrail, which is really cool. And it is cool seeing the improvements every year with it. You know, they keep making it better and better and better. I have a ton of, oh my God, a ton of people wanting to come with me or coming down to like hang with us or see us. I was kind of shocked this year. Like all those mud bogging dudes that we had on and stuff, they are all coming down to party. It should be pretty rowdy, dude, down by my area. Not that it ain't always, but maybe somehow a little extra this year. I don't know.
I don't know. We had that flower. I don't know that somebody made today with the Three Musketeers on it.
The what?
I said if maybe we could post that flyer up that somebody made today with the War in the Woods new flyer.
Oh yeah. Give me a second. Yeah, dude. That has been fun seeing those.
That time of year. Or that time of the year.
Was that on your personal or on your Limpy one?
Limpy.
Yeah, on the Limpy.
Oh, somebody shared it to my Limpy page. And I think tagged.
There it is.
Oh shit.
The fireball up by Jamie with the snoozing. Jeff just chained out. Goldberg ready to come off the ropes.
Oh.
And then, of course, a living legend.
Waterbox Daryl.
Oh my God. That boy. He really is amazing.
Yeah.
I hope no one thinks we're joking around about that because we are not. Like Daryl is such a fucking awesome dude.
He likes cold beer for y'all out there.
So Rob always gives him a couple beers every year. Like I'm not joking. We've done this for like 6 years now. Gave Waterbox Daryl beers and we always give him a few joints. And now lately, that one year we gave him a pen too.
Mm-hmm. And this guy rides a moped. He rides a moped home.
The year we gave him the pen, I was getting nervous because that race like was finishing around like 5 a.m, and you could see he was like, I don't think he
was holding that.
You know what I'm saying? So like he was
holding that fence down.
Yep, holding the fence with one hand, and it was just swaying back and forth. And Rob like pointed him out to me. He was like, "Man, maybe we shouldn't have gave that pen to Daryl." I was like, "Yes." No, I had so much fun there. I saw Cody's coming up and 660 Street's coming up this year.
Yeah. If y'all are out there for y'all holding, y'all know, y'all come up and see me. You heard?
Yeah, like, well, we know.
I know Jasper.
Big Stank's gonna be there too.
I know. Yeah, I know Jasper's gonna be holding for sure.
Yeah. Yes, we will. It should be a good time, man. It always is. Pray for that weather because the spring one's always a little sketchy, but we moved it back. When we moved it back,
we moved it back about
end of May.
3 to 4 weeks. We moved it back kind of.
It's gotten a lot better odds. But it does make it a little hotter.
Yeah.
The Gangster's Paradise one that we did there, dude, that was so hot that weekend. Oh my God. It was so
muggy.
Yes, dude. It was like not pleasant.
Yeah.
But yep, definitely should be pretty fun. We're looking forward to. I think we're going to bring Jeff's car to Cash Days at the Hill.
Oh yeah,
That's a really cool event too, man. I'm
I
telling
think
you.
we're gonna do the deal down the hill too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how you just.
That hill scares me
I
to
just
death.
seen you go. Yeah.
If you've never been there and like looked at it in person, man, because it looks crazy enough in videos, but it hits you a little different as you wheel in and you look over and you're like, is that fucking for real? Like there ain't no way. And then everyone thinks the hill's the craziest part. You have no clue, dude. The return road down the hill is by far crazier
Yeah, I'm about to say.
than the motherfucking hill itself.
You're like, is that a? Oh shit! I think I just ran over that little light.
Drops
that
off
little
and
solar.
just grinds the A-arm, and then you get back up on it, and you're like, because you're going downhill, your lights are doing nothing.
And they got these little bitty solar lights that you stick into your yard. That kind of like is supposed to guide you.
So it's awesome. I love it. Like once again, just like some people get frustrated with War in the Woods return road, like that might damn well be my favorite part. Like I'll go down through there and lose. And all the way back, people are like hitting on the car and just like, yeah, like going crazy. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, how do you not love that? Like,
the
return road's probably my favorite part, but the return road at KD is just awesome to say you did it once. But it's not cool.
When I took Happy's golf cart up there the first time, and I realized at the top that his golf cart didn't have brakes. So I was like, oh shit, fuck this going down this hill. I'm going to go down the return road. And then I turned around and I started going towards the return road and I looked at that motherfucker. I was like, holy fuck, no. I kind of turned. So I just took the chance on going down the return road. And then I had a tack man with me and one of his little buddies on the golf cart. We were going down that some bitch. I'm like, please God, don't lose a tire. Don't lose a tire.
Yeah, it was something. Like I said, it was a wild ride. It was cool though. It's a really cool place. I would recommend everyone go to that one too. That is a lot of fun. And like we said earlier, this will be E's and B's new shirt, Breakfast in the Woods 2, Red Roof Inn edition. Is that Red Roof Inn or is that Bob Evans? That's Bob Evans.
Bob Evans.
Yeah, Breakfast in the Woods 2, Bob Evans edition. And he's got a ton of free merch he's giving away too. So make sure you track down Ed there.
And they're picking up the warden at the airport. So because I'm going to be driving in. Because I'll be there. I think hopefully me and Patrick roll in about Monday. If not Sunday night late. Because I'm going to be dragging
like always.
Hopefully we'll have the trailers and shit up there. So, we'll be there for a couple of days. Because I'm going to the DeSoto fundraiser or whatever for Sherry Beth the weekend before. So I'm like, well, we'll just go from
really cool
there to there, and then from there we'll just go straight up to Brown County.
And then I think we'll be there Wednesday. Are you guys doing dinner again Wednesday night?
I don't know. We can try to do something.
Doesn't Jeff always kind of do like some fucking dinner on Wednesday? I think we'll be down there Wednesday. We'll try to get down to Jeff's around 5 o'clock.
Well, I think
maybe we'll just go straight to Brown County and unhook and then drive over to Jeff's and steal the Airbnb, hopefully, for Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Is that where you're staying?
No, I'm going to stay in the trailer.
Oh, that's right.
Track.
And we usually Wednesday night, we pull in and then we sleep in the truck. But we have the Airbnb for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah.
And now the cops are fat dickheads about golf carts because the Airbnb is right down the road.
Oh shit!
But you got to go by that Dollar General. Like you go back to the Dollar General and you go straight across, and then you go all the way down to the stop sign. And everyone said that rode their golf cart down to Dollar General this last time. They gave them a ticket.
Oh, fuck.
Like some fucking dickheads.
Well, it is. They try to make revenue out there. You know, that's revenue. That's a revenue hit. So
I wonder too, though, if the one time, remember Jeff wouldn't let him in when the fight with Mork and the Australian happened or whatever, and the cops were outside and they're like, "Let us in," and Jeff's like, "No."
yeah.
That also might have, you know, irked them a little bit into wanting to ticket anything we're doing. But who knows?
Oh, I did see where fucking dickhead Mork said something. Hell yeah. Dickhead Mork said something to fucking Jeff. I guess Jeff made had a backfire or whatever on the start line or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And Mork made a post about, oh look, it's fucking Jeff Nitrous backfire for the 100th time. I was like, God dang, dude.
I saw Mork burn himself in a comment the other day when someone's like, Brandon Mork, you should race this dude. And Mork's like, all I do is slide into walls at 5 miles an hour anymore. So at least he gives it to himself too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he slid into what happened? He slid into a wall 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, at that last race at Trails, it was like what they do is they grind the concrete and then it gets too dusty. You know what I mean? And it gets crazy.
Yeah,
and it was one of those races.
You gotta pressure wash it. You gotta scrub it and then pressure wash it.
And he got a little ways out and it went sideways. And like I said, he was going probably 5 miles an hour when he tapped the wall, but it was enough to fuck up his front end. But at least, like, I mean, you can't be mad if you fucking that's all you do, because that's a cheap wreck. You could have wadded the whole turbo kit up and the front pump off the motor, or even worse, you know. So
yeah,
it was a light tap into the wall, like maybe 5 miles an hour. So like his comment was perfect. But yeah, I thought it was funny that he kind of burned himself. I like that.
Yeah, and then I think they just had didn't they just have an anniversary or something like that? And
yeah, and I forgot to ask Jeff today when I talked to him. Did he tell you what happened?
Oh, with what?
With why it backfired or what happened? He's on fuel injection now, isn't he?
No, yeah, I don't know. I haven't other than shit. I don't know. Yeah, I think he is. I think that's why they've been doing the dyno stuff.
Yeah. No, it don't matter what power adder you add. There's a way you can fuck up or shit don't go right.
Yeah.
But he does have some turbo cars coming soon too. The Falcon should be a pretty badass fucking ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's too busy enjoying the
horses.
The
He's
Corvette
a cowboy.
Life. Yeah, the Corvette Life. Oh yeah. And yeah, the horses.
Cowboy.
Yeah, what I think. Chris is still worried about wearing that hat that he earned by milking them 2 bulls this week. That weekend he was in Texas.
Damn, we lost that picture off here of him in the cowboy gear. Remember that?
Yeah.
Do I still have that? I wonder if I still have that. Let's see if we still have that photo. Jeff Thomas is a cowboy.
Yeah,
there's his legs.
I already
picture of him in that truck, dude. I don't remember who shot that, but it was him in that old water truck at War in the Woods. That was one of the photos too.
I think it was Josh.
Yeah, that was a really cool photo.
Duncan or whatever.
Oh, DRD. Man, I lost that photo. I swear it was on here. No way. Where you at?
Chris, he might be. Chris might be trucking tonight.
There it is. Will it load it? Because, dude, all night tonight, Limpy, the reason I've been bouncing back and forth to my Facebook is because it won't load the photos. It just spins the circle.
Oh, you might have too many. I might have too many photos on there. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I probably do because there's a ton on here.
But I got the Pro, so I don't know how many were allowed. But it ain't no big deal.
I think I have Pro too. We'll delete a bunch of them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's one of the busiest human beings I've ever met. And that is like an honest to God fact. Like really, really, really is. Yeah, it won't load it. It's freaking out.
Jeff is really huge. It's really, really busy. I spent there was a time, I think last year or the year before, I spent I think I came through and I spent a week up there before Warren Wards, and man, the way, I mean, he gets a late start, but I mean, he usually doesn't go to bed till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, but then he's back up again 10 or so. But he's up at 10, but he doesn't get out of bed till like noon.
Yeah,
so he's got to do
sits on his phone answering questions for hours on end.
Backer boys out.
I do love those header flanges they have with the EGTs built in.
Mm-hmm.
I really
and that stuff looked like it was really, really nice.
They're really nice. A lot of work.
I mean, like way nicer than this poor boy could ever afford.
That is true.
And plus, I can't even. That's why I've always went LS, because I couldn't afford the billet, the coyote shit.
There you go, everyone. Told you, boxes of freebies. Got a box going on as we speak.
Yeah, I screwed up. Hey, I screwed up and gave Ed the wrong address to the place I was staying at, and it said, I looked at it and I was like, oh shit. I said, they're sending it back to you, man. They're sending it back to you because I got the wrong. He goes like, there's no return address. I was like, well, I ain't going to go down the road there.
Hey, go hunt for that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. So I said, just give me what you can, what you can for the next one. I apologize. That was my fault.
No, yeah. When you mail stuff, it's if something happens, it's adios.
Yeah,
you definitely don't go down and start. Where'd that go? Why'd that not show up?
Limpy fucked the last two numbers up on the address. He flopped them.
Is that another residential though? Like, did that?
No, well, there's nothing across.
Okay,
from
so like
the
it
address,
wasn't someone else's house, and they're like, score!
Yeah, no. But when I first thought about it, we got let me just say a federal institution pretty nearby, and I instantly thought that it went to them, and I went, oh crap!
Put that in there after Waco.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah. So I was like, God dang. He's like, just go down to the post office and see. And I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. And I probably could because he does the way they do stuff that, you know,
yeah, I know.
but I didn't want to, but my name was all over it. So I'm sure all they got to do is Google that motherfucking name. They'll find it.
Oh,
And here, you know what? They'll find me doing dabs. Speaking of, I think I'll do another.
Big Mac
Do another.
battery.
Dude, I got my new here. Take this off that. I got this dabbing pen, but it's wooden, so you can put it away. You ain't gotta let it wait for it to cool off.
Yeah, you know I love wood.
And well, it's inside of it's wood, so you ain't gotta let it cool off.
Yeah, you can just throw it back
and
in.
And it's titanium, so it doesn't take so long to heat up.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Got this from Patrick. Showed me this shit right here.
Oh, shit. We made a bunch of rosin pens too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They're pretty good. We'll bring you down some of those to War in the Woods. I think we're going to bring a bunch of them down. Well, all right, people. I guess we're gonna say adios tonight, and we'll see you next Monday with Joe from Bipolar and Bobby Burton from Bipolar.
Oh yeah.
We might be doing it from Bipolar with my car finished. Be pretty cool. So we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Joe's good people. Later.
So I hit end stream, right?
Yep.
And then how do I know when it's actually ended? The check marks?
You gotta hit the OK again.
Remove. Wait, cancel before I do something dumb. I might have did something dumb. Where did you see OK?